I won't bless that guy, that son of a
that son of a that poor son that poor son that
son of a bitch.
Improv practice exercises start with a little
Start with a little scream.
yeah, just to get loosened up.
I can't scream.
I was trying. I think last night I stayed up all night. But so yesterday afternoon I was trying to like squeal. I was trying to make it the most high pitched sound I could. And I'm getting afraid that like my range might be I might be too old and my range might be decreasing. My vocal cords might not be what they used to be. Let me try. That's actually you know what? Actually
that's pretty high. It got to a point where Discord couldn't tell that it was a person speaking and it cut you off.
Really? You know what? I think maybe it was just like late at night and I was just like tired or something. Nah, baby, these pipes are as good as they ever been.
I can do a really high-pitched squeak, but I don't know if I'll be able to do it on command. But I gotta do it now that I've mentioned it.
What if I started shooting bullets at your feet to make you dance? Could you do it then? I don't know why it cracked me up so much. Okay.
I did it. The mic probably didn't pick it up.
I literally could not even hear it at all.
It sounded like a fucking dentist drill. It was actually bad. I don't like it.
Discord could not recognize that you were making any noise.
Well, I made a squeak.
I believe you.
Viewers at home, I'm sorry. It was very high-pitched.
Speaking of dentist drill, I still haven't been to the dentist for years. I should probably go.
What stage are you on the Big Book of British Smiles? Do you remember that Simpsons bit?
Oh yeah, I remember that bit. There are a couple of spots on my teeth that I think probably need a veneer or something. I'm hoping I don't need any like crowns or like root canals or anything like that. I'm hoping I don't get it. There is a sensitive spot. It's not on my tooth. It's like I'm not sure if I'm just imagining it. There's a one spot between two of my teeth on the left side of my mouth, and I can feel it sometimes, and it doesn't hurt. It just feels a little weird, a little sensitive, and sometimes it bleeds a little bit. So that's bad. But I mean, it's not like tooth pain, so I don't know if like they'd have to drill it or anything. I don't know.
You have to bite a bullet, literal.
One of these days, one of these damn old days. Speaking of ruining your teeth, I tried a different gummy thing. Okay. I looked up a recipe. I looked up the ingredients for orange slices. You know the candy orange slices?
I think so. We might have a different name for them.
Well,
they're like
jelly...
chocolate orange.
Oh
thing.
no!
Okay, no. All right, I don't know.
I'm thinking of like a jelly candy, almost like a gumdrop, but it's just shaped like a slice of orange, and it's orange, and it tastes like an orange.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I looked up what's in those, and I was intrigued to see that there's no gelatin. You know, gummies are made with gelatin. I'm like, so what do they make it with? And it's like just sugar. It's like just corn syrup and sugar, and there was like modified cornstarch, and I was like, I have some cornstarch. Like, okay, I'll try it. So I did try it, and I tried like just mixing up sugars and like cooking them down, and I was able to cook them down far enough that they became like a hard candy, and that was like, okay, that's cool.
But not a squishy candy.
Yeah, well, I was like, well, how can I get them squishy? So I added some more water, and they did come out soft, and I was able to bite them and chew them. I was like, yeah, that's something. But then I put them on my shelf, and I came back to them later, and they did not hold their shape in room temperature. They had like, they flowed very slowly, but they had like just collapsed into a thick, hard puddle. And I was like, okay, that didn't work. But I tried it again, and I added some pectin this time, and one of them is still too mushy, but the other one that I added more pectin to, it did. It stayed. It kept its shape. It's hard. It's kind of tough to bite, sort of like a Starburst, which is good. I don't know, like the chewy, the consistency is not. It's not jelly like a gum. Well, it's as chewy as a Starburst. It's as like hard, like if you had a giant one and you sunk your teeth into it, it would be like, oh, my teeth got stuck in it.
Yeah,
right? Yeah. So I made something like that, and the consistency, it's a little bit grainy. It's not like smooth jelly like a gumdrop. It's kind of grainy, and I don't really like that, and I don't know how.
I wonder what Starbursts are made of, because they feel like you could pull and stretch them like taffy or something.
Yeah, I think I looked them up, and, well, you know what? Let's find out.
And Chewits. I remember Chewits. I haven't had those in a while. You got to chew it. I remember the advertisement.
Starbursts 2 are, mainly corn syrup sugar. There's no there is some gelatin in them. Modified cornstarch. It's funny, you read candy labels, and a lot of them have the exact same ingredients, just like kind of switched around in like a slightly different order. But like it's the same shit. Tapioca dextrin is interesting. This is my attempt to make a cheap alternative, because gelatin and corn fiber are expensive, and those are the ones that I make for me, that I can make them low sugar and I can eat lots of them, and they're good for me. I mean, more or less. But I would also like to make a cheap version that is just made of sugar, and so that's what I'm working on with these right now.
What if you made a gummy that you could vape? It was a vapable gummy.
Damn. But you could chew it too. You could chew it or vape it, or you chew it and you swallow it, and then once you swallow it, you breathe out a big cloud.
Yeah, it's like a little vape like capsule inside, and you crunch it.
You know what I wish? Unfortunately, I looked into it, and it seems like there is no way to make like colored vape clouds. Like I wondered, like, is that possible? And it seems like the answer is no.
No.
Or not
it's
without it being like toxic.
It's because a cloud would need to have like tiny particulates of a certain color. So you could do it with paint and stuff. Or like a chemical burning in a certain way. But like,
could you not just do it with like, you can take water and you can add like food coloring to it to make the water, pink. Let's say.
Yeah, but
couldn't you not then evaporate the water and like have?
Well, you'll separate the food coloring from the water. The water would evaporate. The food coloring doesn't.
Well, what if you got some kind of coloring agent that had the exact same, fusion points, or evaporation point? Had the exact same evaporation point. I mean, could you keep them like dissolved in each other?
I think
as
the
a gas,
thing is
or as a
that
vapor.
If it's a gas, as far as I understand, gases that have like colors to them are because like they're visible to the naked eye because they're big enough. The particles are big enough to be seen.
Yeah.
So it would need to be big particles. And also evaporate at the same time.
Yeah. So it wouldn't be like in the cloud.
Yeah. No. I mean, if you ever tried to paint a cloud, it's difficult.
All the time. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It was disappointing. Disappointing to realize that wasn't happening.
You could do it if you shone a light through it. That's how they do it at music festivals.
Shone. I love that word. Shone. Past tense of shine. It's great. It's great conjugation. Next step is caffeinated gummies.
Caffeinated vapable gummies.
Yeah. They do sell caffeinated vapes. They do sell caffeinated vapes. which is very funny. Injectable. Oh yeah, you don't even have to chew it. Don't even have to vape it. You don't even have to enjoy it at all. You just put it right into your bloodstream.
It just clogs up your arteries with sugar chunks.
Yeah. Let's just skip to the good part. So
Gummy suppositories.
Yeah. We all know why we're here. Let's just get right to the point. So I was working on my secret video project, and I was doing stuff for that preparation, and I couldn't stand it anymore. I got so sick of it, I had to take a break from it, step away from it. So I've switched back to prepping the Slime and Punishment book, which is good because that was what I was doing originally, and I had originally intended to finish that. So it's good that I'm trying to finish that now.
Yeah, it's good. You're getting shit done.
I've made pretty good progress. I have a 3-ring binder here with like printed out black and white pages, and I'm like kind of rearranging them and reorganizing them to settle on a final, like exactly what the page order is going to be. Oh, I finished the notes. I finished writing the footnotes. There's like 23 pages of them. Infinite Jest. This is they're not really like the Infinite Jest footnotes. Those are much more interesting. But it's that style. Anyway, there's 23 pages of them, and I finished writing them, and I handed them to some RFCK people to check and proofread, and they did, and I took their input into account, and I edited them, and now they're basically done. I might still add a little bit more to them. But that's good. That's progress. That's measurable progress on an important front. I also was thinking about like merch, like sets you could get with the Kickstarter. Like instead of just letting people pick like, pick one pin, pick a coin or whatever, I was gonna offer like a package bundle, like, maybe like, add like $15 and you can have like a set of like 4 or 5 things, right? So I got like
of the different
pins,
RFCK
patches,
pins. Yeah,
exactly. So I've got like a little, maybe like a little killer bundle with a patch and a pin and a my face and maybe a gun girl, and juvie one with like Mega Slime and Slime Corp and a Podrin and a Slime Heart, map of the city, been organizing. I have them in little piles on my bed right here. Thinking about how many pieces do I group into one batch? Yeah. I like thinking about stuff. You ever like think about stuff?
I do think about stuff.
Whoa, that rules.
I hope soon to be back on like the productivity road. At the moment, I'm still trying to like do normal things normally.
Yeah. I had a pretty bad last week was pretty bad. This week has been like not great, but like okay. I feel like not terrible about it, so that's a win. That's a big win for me.
I got some. I never had like antidepressants before. I went to the doctor and I said, "Oh, I'm depressed. X, Y, Z," and they said, well, I'll try you on this.
Did they?
And it's weird because like I feel like I've talked about being depressed a lot as a teenager, but I guess my parents just never thought it was like worth worrying about. It's like, oh, you're just tired of school. It's like I didn't even know you could just get antidepressants that quickly. I thought you needed like a proper full like thing.
So you just went to a therapist or a psychiatrist?
Just my local my doctor. Like I called them up. I had an appointment and I said, I'm explaining my problems. And they're like, sounds like you might need... You want some antidepressants? I said yes. And they recommended me a thing. Well, they didn't recommend, they just said, we're going to put me on this thing for a month to see what happens.
So did you just say, like, hey, doc, I'm depressed? And he was like, well, I have just the thing for that? And,
yeah, essentially.
It? Wow. Huh.
It's pretty crazy.
I didn't think, like, a regular doctor could prescribe that for you. Might be different in America. I'm not... or it might not be. I don't actually know.
Yeah, I've never really done that before. I've always had the sense that you need, like, more proof.
Like a like you would need like a psychiatric evaluation or something. Like you need to have sessions with your therapist where you talk it out, and then they might come to the conclusion, like, I see, you have clinical depression, and I will give you some
I think
chemicals.
that may be how it used to work when depression was, I don't know, taken less seriously. Maybe it's taken more seriously. I assume, like, after COVID, loads more people were depressed than were before.
That's probably true.
And so, like, it's just easier to get it now because, yeah, we all get it. We all get it. So I've been taking that, and the only thing that's happened so far, I mean, I feel alright.
What are you taking, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, I've got it right here. It is citalopram.
I've never heard of that.
Citalopram tablets.
Isn't that the name of, like, a... No, the Satellivision. Wasn't the Satellivision like a Nintendo console that included, like, radio connectivity or some shit? And you could play, like, Mario 2 with, like, a radio play? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Is that like a Game Boy, like, add-on? What? I have no idea.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I learned this from a gaming historian video. There was a console called the Satellivision, and I know that you could play Mario 2 on it, but the version of Mario 2 on the Satellivision included, like, audio drama tracks in between levels where, like, Mario and the other characters, like, had conversations with each other about... I think you had to download the game through the radio waves or something. I don't know.
What the fuck?
It was some shit that they did in Japan that they never were like, well, that didn't really work, so we're not
downloading Mario 2 through the radio.
It's something, I don't know, it was some shit like that.
That's fun.
Some, like, weird, like you downloaded stuff, but not through, like, an internet connection. Like, it was like broadcast. I might be confusing it with something else. Look, anyway, it just sounds like that thing you said.
Yeah. So I have to take a tablet a month, every day for a month to see what happens. And it's made me feel woozy. It's made me feel like I might throw up, but I'm not actually going to. And it's made me feel very yawny. I'm not sleepy, but I am yawning a lot, and my throat is like feels like I'm straining my muscle, like under my on my neck, like under my chin. You know when you're holding back tears, or you're trying to yawn really hard, and that part of your neck is like filled with blood.
My
It
neck?
just feels thicker. Like I don't know how to describe it. It's just sort of like the yawn muscle under your chin.
Oh, maybe?
Like around the Adam's apple area.
I don't really think I am familiar with the particular sensation.
Well, try to yawn. Try to force a yawn, and you'll see what.
The one that kind of bulges out right underneath your chin.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's feeling a little, like, in constant use, I guess. And it's like, it's nothing on its own is, like, too bad. And they said there will be side effects, and you'll get used to them. Your body will acclimate. So I'm just taking that, and hopefully I'll feel good. I feel alright. But I also am aware of the fact that my low productivity is not just because of depression. It's also because I don't want to do anything. So I've also got to work on that. But yeah, that's basically my week, is that I've just continued to be a layabout.
Have you have you been a piece of shit and play all these games?
Yeah. I finished watching Breaking Bad. That's a good show. You ever heard of it?
Yeah, the ending is not that great.
Isn't not? I
didn't like the last season that much.
No. All right. So
I thought everything after after Gus died was kind of like it never quite got as good again. Kind of like after Elle died in Death Note. It's like, well, the show has lost something important.
I felt that way the first time I watched Breaking Bad. Watching it this time, I appreciate a lot more of what's going on because here's the thing. My brother said this, and it was something I really agreed with. Halfway through, because the 5th season is split into 2, they released it in 2 things. So season 5, part 1, part 2. At the end of season 5, part 1, Walter has all of his money, and he's left the meth business. Jesse's out, Mike is gone, I think. Or Mike is dead, but Walter killed him. And he's just pretending that he left. And it's like Walter's family is fine and it's all good. And then Hank stumbles upon Gail Bedeker's signature or like writing in one of the books in Walt's bathroom that he picked up. And he puts the pieces together and realizes it's the same writing as as Gail Bedeker. And he's like, oh my god. And then it cuts. And then that's the end of like the first
Gale
half.
is the billionaire guy, right?
No. Gale is the other chemist. The nerd.
The nerd.
The other guy who's like Gus's guy who's cooking the meth.
Oh. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
He Walt has Jesse shoot him in the head, and then Jesse's like traumatized.
Yeah.
That moment there where Hank suddenly puts the pieces together and he knows that Walter White is Heisenberg is where that season ends, half a season. And my brother said that would be the perfect way to end the show. Instead of like the big bombastic like machine gun thing, which they set up at the beginning of the season, having it be like, oh, everything's fine. We did it, Jesse. I killed Gus and I got the money and everything's good and nothing bad is going to happen to me. And then immediately Hank, and it's like, oh, what? He's going to get caught. And instead of seeing it, we just imply that like, no, actually, it's fucked.
Yeah.
But then there's this stuff. I don't mind it too much. I just feel like it doesn't stay long enough to be built up as much as Gus before it gets destroyed.
I thought that the like, what are they, like some biker gang or something, or like the bad guys in the last?
They're Nazi white supremacist like criminals. They got like swastika tattoos everywhere.
I just didn't care about them.
Yeah, they're threatening. I think it's Todd, the like psychopath boy.
Yeah.
Who has no remorse for killing children.
Heh.
He's like the villain of the season, even though he's not like in charge of stuff. And he's kind of scary, but he's also like not always the focus. So it's like when Gus is gone, a lot of the show sort of like it feels like the epilogue, like the first episode of season 5 feels like an epilogue because like, oh shit, what's gonna happen now? And stuff happens.
True.
I still like it though. I think the machine gun ending and the whole like Walter going to New Hampshire and with this barrel of money and being like, oh shit, I can't do anything. And then he sees Gretchen and Elliot from Grey Matter on the TV, and they're saying, oh yes, Walter White, the notorious Heisenberg, he founded with us in our company, but he's not involved. In fact, he didn't really do anything, and his legacy, we are shitting on it. And then Walter was like, fuck you, you piece of shit. You won't shit on my legacy. My ego is so big. And that's the whole problem with me as a character. So I'm going to come back. And he comes back.
Damn. Darn. I could just let it be if not for this darn tragic flaw of mine. Oh, well. Yep. Gotcha. It's been a while. It's been a long time since I've watched it.
Yeah, I started because I just randomly on YouTube, they gave me clips for Breaking Bad. I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. Oh yeah, I remember this. And I just watched like a ton of clips, and I was like, okay, I may as well watch the whole show again. It was a good time, very good.
I couldn't play anymore. Mega Man. I barely managed to force myself to suffer through the end of X6, and I was like so fucking over it.
Mega's not looking so mega anymore.
X6 was bad. I guess next I could either play the fucking X7, which is when they made a 3D one, which I hear is real bad, but might be funny, but probably not for a whole playthrough. It would probably be really tedious and agonizing. Or I could play regular Mega Man 9, which is when they waited 7 years and then they made a retro one in the old 2D style, which is probably pretty good.
I remember when that came out and people were like, "Oh my god, it's Mega Man!" Because on YouTube at the time, I followed a bunch of YouTube poop people, and they always made YouTube poop music videos using Mega Man music. So they all loved Mega Man, and then the new one came out.
Not the new one. Mega Man 9 was 20. It's 2008 or 2006 or something.
That's what I'm talking. That around that time.
Oh, okay. I mean, they did make 2 more after that. 9 and 10, they made them, and they look like they're on the NES. They look like that. Yeah. And then 10 years went by, and they made 11, and 11 is the 2.5D one. And I'm sure that, and I think they're all supposed to be pretty good, as good as the old ones used to be. So
I remember seeing footage of Mega Man 10, I think, with a football, a soccer-themed stage with Soccer Man. Sports.
That doesn't ring a...
Maybe it's... no, I'm not sure.
Strike Man, the one who's a baseball.
Yeah, I don't know what he looks like, but I just remember the soccer balls on the stage.
I haven't played that one, but yeah, there is a guy called Strike Man who his body, he's basically just a baseball. His body is round, and he has a pitcher's mitt, or a catcher's mitt. So that's probably what you're talking about. Yeah. I rewatched that Brian David Gilbert. You know who that is, right?
What did he work for? Did he work for Kotaku, and then he's
Polygon?
Something. Polygon.
No, he worked for Polygon, and he made a bunch of videos. He made a bunch of videos.
Standing in front of a board and he points at it, and yeah.
Yes. He did the one where he went through how useful are all the robot masters, and that's a good video. He does skip over a lot. He doesn't really discuss half of the robot masters because half of them are just designed to kill. And so he's just kind of put them, it's those go in their own category. There's no need to discuss them. Napalm Man and Blade Man. They basically all do the same thing.
Yeah. Blade Man could be a chef. In fact, Napalm Man also could be a chef.
I didn't know this. Apparently, Blade Man, and a bunch of the robots from 2 were actually sort of Wily sort of making his own version of the robots that he stole from Light in 1. So, Metal Man is sort of Wily made his own Cutman, but instead of Cutman, who is designed for, felling trees, and he just reprogrammed him to fight, Metal Man is he's that, but he's just for killing. He's just for well, not killing, but combat.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
the biggest thing you could do, the best thing you could do is to put a forest in his way, and he wouldn't be able to cut his way through.
Yeah, Cutman could get through that, but Metal Man couldn't. It's his one weakness. Although I wonder if that's like, I wonder if they had that in mind when they were designing the robot. No, they couldn't have, because they did that thing where like people would submit bosses and they would accept submissions. So they can't have been like, oh, what if we made one that was kind of like Cutman but a little different? Oh, I know. Blade Man.
They could just pick ones from the submissions that would fit the criteria. Maybe that came into their judging.
Maybe. Yeah.
Which one would fit with the world we're building the best?
Yeah, possibly. Yeah, possibly. Maybe.
Huh.
Yeah. It's hard to know. It's hard to know developer intentions. Sometimes
They're
they'll say
crazy.
Sometimes things will be canon. For instance, Shadow Man. I mean, in Mega Man 3, I don't believe there's any suggestion of this at all. In Mega Man and Base, you can find his data card or whatever, and it says, like, oh yeah, Wily didn't make him. Wily found him in, like, a trash can, and he fell from space. And he's made of some metal that came from space. So, make of that what you will. So it's like, so okay. Did they have? Did they know that when they made 3, or were they just thinking of like factoids to retroactively apply? And they were like, "Hey, what if this guy actually fell from space?" Okay, that's where it changes backstory.
I feel like that may probably be it, because like if you don't,
I think sometimes
if you don't
that is
make it about, I mean, for that character in particular. If there's no instance of him like being a space dweller or anything, like it's obviously not part of their character document. Like he's from space, and they don't make any effort to make it clear that he's from space. Then why would they make that part of his character? They'd probably retroactively just do it for some reason, for no reason.
I think they do know things that, like, it's tough because like those games have so little data to work with that they definitely had things in mind that they didn't put in the game. So they did know more than went into the game, but it's like, okay, but how much more? And is that one of the things that they knew about them? Like, they never mention Roll. Like, Roll appears in the end of Mega Man 1, but they never acknowledge her anywhere in the first game at all. They never say like what her name is or what her or like what her number, her serial number is. And then later on, but they had to have known because they do give other robots serial numbers, and there's one missing. Like, number 2 is not listed, and I mean, it's Roll, but they never actually say that. So, they just didn't have like space, or they just like didn't have anywhere that they could conveniently put it in.
Gotta know. No. So secret.
It's so secret, and
you're gonna have to go to Japan,
and it's impossible to know what they knew and what they made up, what they knew at the time, and what they just making up later. You'll never know.
What does it matter, BenSaint? Who gives a shit?
I care because, in my opinion, here's why it matters. Because if they were just making Mega Man and Base, and they're like, oh shit, I gotta think of something to say about Shadow Man. I don't know. He's made of like meteor metal. Whatever. If they just made that up later, then that's basically like J.K. Rowling being like, "Oh yeah, there's Jews at Hogwarts. Anthony Goldstein was a Ravenclaw, you idiots!" Like, obviously, and I don't accept that, and I won't tolerate it.
Retroactively doing things or making meaning out of things that were once meaningless is a bad thing. I just think J.K. Rowling is like doing it for points, and it's really like bad of her.
I think, okay, I just think there's I don't know, it feels different to me. To me, it makes a difference in how I think about Shadow Man, whether or not they knew at the time that he fell from space, versus whether they just came up with that later and said, yeah, sure.
Well, I mean, you'd never be able to know. And even if
know.
you asked them, they probably wouldn't remember.
Because, to me, what that says is that in Mega Man 3, he didn't fall from space, but then later, they changed it so that he did. So in the if you were playing 3 when 3 was out, that fact would not be true. It only became true later. So to me, it's like it's kind of not really true if it wasn't true in the game.
But why is, like, when you say your thoughts about Shadow Man change?
And I think about Shadow Man all the time. I want you to understand.
What does that
I'm constantly
really
thinking
mean?
about Shadow Man.
Like, facts aside, like,
I don't know. It's a different.
Does it take
it's
you
like a
out of the
different character.
experience?
No, it doesn't take me out of the experience.
No, I mean, like, in a way that, like, you're thinking about the developers more than you're just thinking about this world that is cohesive and it has rules and stuff.
It's not about like affecting my experience. I'm not trying to like protect myself. I'm not trying to protect my experience. I just want to know. I don't know. I just think it's different, and I just want the truth. I just want the truth with a capital T.
I get it.
I just don't want to be lied to.
I know the impulse.
Yeah.
I don't really know where it comes from either. I think it's just sort of like a sense of the creator not caring, but I care so much. What
it's
the
like,
fuck?
It's kind of like the story. Okay, the story of the development of the series. Then, like, that story is different in the one scenario. I mean, it's like George Lucas. Things would be different if he like knew the story of the prequels, like back when he was making the original Star Wars, versus the reality of the situation, which is all the prequel stuff. He just came up with that shit later because he was always just kind of making it up as he went along. And I just feel like that's important.
It's important, but
it's important to understanding the story of the franchise.
I think that there is nothing wrong
as a media product.
I think there's nothing wrong with learning the story by going back and re-looking at it and being like, okay, so this thing that I didn't mean anything for, I could use, and it would be retroactively set up. Like, you didn't plan for certain things to happen, but with what you know, and like without contradicting yourself by checking, you can make the future. You can make new things. I think that's fine. I think that's like the same.
But I think that if, in my mind, if I had the knowledge, Shadow Man fell from space, I feel like in that situation where they made that up in base, I would feel like I did not have the true story. I only had an incomplete. The true story is that originally that was not the case, but then later it was made the case retroactively. I feel like there is data that is lost if I just looked it up and found the fact, Shadow Man fell from space. That's not the whole story.
So wait, part of the story of Shadow Man was that.
Well, no, not
didn't.
No,
I don't know what you're saying. Like
I'm
I'm
saying.
Different?
Well, I mean, canonically, then, in the canon of the story, Shadow Man fell from space, but in the meta story of the story of how the series was created, only after a certain later point did that become true. But it was not initially. It was not true at his debut.
Oh, so you're concern is if somebody were to tell the story of how Mega Man were developed, that would need to be included.
Yeah, if you just said, if I was describing to you the plot of Mega Man 3, and I was like, okay, and then there's Shadow Man, and Mega Man went and he fought Shadow Man, and Shadow Man is a master of ninjutsu magic, and he is a android from space. He's made of meteor metal. Wily found him in a scrap heap. Okay, and then Gemini Man, blah 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 blah. I would be like, that would be like a lot. I think that would be wrong. I would be leaving something out, because that's a retcon that did not occur until much later.
But is there any, like, contradiction, or, like would it ruin anything if it's, like...
It would ruin my commitment to the truth, capital T.
I mean, if you really want it, you just mention that it is unknown whether he came from space at this time, but it was then later confirmed by X data log in this game.
In my opinion, I think there's a difference here. If they did not intend that originally, but then later they said it and decided that it was true, in my opinion, it's not that it was unconfirmed and then later was confirmed. It's that it was initially false and then later became true.
But okay.
That's very important.
I feel like this is exclusively affecting you.
I mean, who else is it going to affect?
I don't know.
I think these are important details if you want to know what's going on in a story. I feel like this makes a difference.
Okay, so if it was true that they retroactively decided this fact, and you knew that to be the case, then you could apply that logic to some other thing. Now you know that the developers are willing to do that. Like, would something else come to light?
Well, I mean,
I'm trying to figure out exactly why it's important.
I don't know. It's just important for its own sake. Knowledge is just important for its own sake. Truth is just important because it is the truth.
Ben,
yeah,
Mega Man doesn't exist.
What? Ah! Good thing I did my improv scream practice before we started. Ah! Good thing I practiced being as high pitched as I possibly can. Ah! I'm distressed. I mean, I would just say that it's to me, okay, it's two different stories. There's the story of, okay, Mega Man 3, Shadow Man fell from space, versus Mega Man 3, Shadow was made by Wily, but then later in Mega Man and Base, they say, oh, he actually fell from space. I don't know. Those are like two different things, and only one of them can be true.
Understood.
Okay. And I like to tease this sort of thing out. I wonder about it. Cuz it's like it's I don't know, it's about sort of like death of the author, cuz it's like, okay, what's in the game? What's actually in the game? In 3, is there anything actually in 3 to suggest that Shadow Man fell from space? No? Well, then I guess he didn't. I mean, Base says he did, but okay, is that a new invention for they, or was there an intention there that the developers like had known that they just didn't put it in, but they thought it? I think it's neat to think about. You ever just think about things?
I'm trying to think myself, like, if it was like things that were scrapped for time, why Shadow Man? What significance does Shadow Man have in the rest of the series post this information that he came from space? Where from space?
It would make me wonder why they did that. Like Actually, honestly, either way, I have to wonder why they decided that this would be a thing that is true of Shadow Man, because he has no significance. The one connection there is that Mega Man 3 does take place across, like, different planets. You might not even know that if you were just playing the game, because it's, like, it's not even, like, important. But it is true. So, like, you do travel between different planets. So, I guess there's kind of a space theme going on there? So it wouldn't,
So when they say he came from space, is there ever any information beyond that
Well,
we
hang
learn
on.
in, like, other games?
I'll tell you exactly.
Who built the Shadow Man? Maybe it's like Metal
Here's
Sonic.
okay. The thing about that, though, is that actually a lot of robots just come from space, and that's all we know about them. There was
You know what? It's Homestuck again. They come out from the meteor, like, things. The ectobiology.
the bad guys in Mega Man V on the Game Boy are the Star Droids, who are just from space. Who made them? Nobody knows. They never. I don't know. Duo from Mega Man 8 and Power Battle and Power Fighters. Is Duo is he's just a cop he's a robot cop from space, and apparently some interviewer asked Inafune, like, okay, so what's his deal? Like, he's a cop from space, like, is there like a police force? Does he, like, belong to an organization? Like, where is he from? Like, who does he work for? And Inafune was just like, man, I don't know, it's like an action game, who cares?
Yeah. That would lend credence to the idea that they came up with that thing retroactively. It's
Okay,
like, wouldn't it be cool if he came from space? Yeah, it would be cool.
But why? But why make that change? Why decide? You know what? Okay, I think, I didn't even think about this, but I kind of think Shadow Man, he's not just a ninja. I think he just kind of seems like the kind of ninja who fell from space. I don't know. He just looks like that kind of guy.
That's exactly how it happened. In the writer's room. That's exactly how it happened, but in Japanese.
It's hang on. I'm looking. Here we go. Shadow Man. Here we go, Shadow Man. Skilled martial artist, master of ninjutsu magic. Damn it. Okay, his shadow blade is coated with a special and deadly liquid? What? No, that's not it.
Dude, what if Mega Man and Roll and Proton Man and Axel and I don't know, the characters. What if the characters played Suburb? What would happen?
It would be cool and fun.
It would be like they're robots, but they're playing Suburb.
Yeah, okay, I don't even know where this comes from now. I guess it's not from his Mega Man and Bass profile. Where does this information even come from? The metal on Shadow Man's body does not match any material found on Earth. Oh God! Oh no!
What?
I think it's from like a fan newsletter that, like, people in Japan, like kids in Japan, had to, like, sign up to receive by mail. That's where that comes from.
So kids were asking, "Well, what the fuck's with Shadow Man?" And they said,
They weren't asking. They weren't asking. They just got a little pamphlet.
They didn't ask for this, but
No, they didn't.
here it is.
They just got a little pamphlet in the mail that's like, hey, here's some profiles about some robots. Let me tell you about Shadow Man. He's made of, like, space metal, and he fell from space.
So an intern came up with it. He was just like, you gotta write something.
Yeah, that seems like the metal of Shadow Man does not match any material found on Earth. My conjecture is that he may have been created and left behind by some ancient civilization on another planet. Then it's likely that Wily remodeled him to suit his own malign purposes. How can I even believe? Can I even trust This pamphlet?
I mean, if that's the only source.
This is what I mean. The wiki just tells you it like it's a fact. Like it's just established canon. It's don't trust me, bro. Just trust me, bro. Shadow Man is an alien. But then you look into it and it's like this is where that comes from.
They don't even say
Is it
alien, they
trustworthy?
say ancient civilization.
On another planet. I would, yeah. You know. So I've arrived at probably the best answer I'm gonna get, and now it's just a matter of interpretation of like, do I think that a monthly newsletter by mail circulated by Konami or Capcom or whatever, is that canon? I don't know.
I think you'd have to look into who wrote it, or like check out a pamphlet to see what other kinds of facts they give, and if this one is in line with those, or if it's like an outlier and like way too strange.
I don't. It's not that it's too strange. It's not that this piece of information is like doesn't fit in the canon. Like it's
No. I mean, like it would be weird to get your information from this pamphlet because they come up with so many wacky things that the games have no, like, how many of things in the pamphlet do are represented in the game?
I think there's a lot of stuff like this that is not in the game, and the only way you would know it is if you read a pamphlet like this. Like, for instance, Proto Man's whole deal is like not explained anywhere until fucking Mega Man The Power Fighters 2, which was an arcade cabinet game. And that's you'd have to draw a line somewhere of if you're going on the game's franchise, games are made by multiple people. Do you include any and all of the people involved in the official making of merchandise for the game, or do you draw the line at just what's in the game, in which case there is no story for a lot of these things? Or does it have to be written by a specific author or writer? Yeah, I mean,
because this pamphlet, it may have been the
like
guy
they may
Man.
have consulted Inafune, they may have consulted the team about the answers to these questions.
But they'd probably be busy. I feel like it may have just, some of them could be just written like, come up with something.
Probably the team was consulted.
Sure.
But they might have just come up with something.
But where do you draw that line, Ben?
I think, I mean, okay, what's in the game? What's in the game is inarguable, unless two things contradict each other. And then
it's a split timeline.
Yeah, then it's a split timeline, obviously. I would say that, like, developer intention is important. Like, if the developer says, oh yeah, that's true, it's not I didn't put it in the game, but it's true, I guess I would accept that, unless something in the games contradicts it, and then I would probably have to say, well, what's in the game takes precedence over what the developer says was, like, supposed to be in the game. And then when you get to, like, supplementary materials like this, I mean, I guess my instinct is to say, I would say that this is canon. I'm gonna say this is canon. It's just, but again, the question then is like, well, but was it the intended canon when they made it, or did someone ask later, and then later they're like, wait a minute. Okay. Never mind. This can't be where this comes from, because the question that this answer is answering, the question is it true that Rockman 3's Shadow Man is an extraterrestrial robot? So there must have been a clue about this somewhere else. But where?
You got a deep dive.
Okay. The column also this is the translator has made a note here. The column also addressed two of the most mysterious robots to ever appear, Shadowman and Quint. Even Dr. Wright seems to be at a bit of a loss surrounding their origins, but after the event knowledge of Quint, no, I don't even want to get into Quint. That's too that's too deep. No, he doesn't really say anything. Where? All right, well, never mind. I've actually learned nothing because the actual story of Shadowman must have originated earlier than this.
Archaeology is tough. You really got to go digging.
As Shadowman is possibly an alien in origin, he may be a precursor to other alien robots. Yeah. I can do wild speculation too. No problem.
See, the thing is, they could always continually expand upon Shadow Man in the future. I think with a lot of creative stuff, when you're building a story with many characters and large backstories and all this world building, you won't have a perfect answer for everything all at once. You will have the main plot, you will have the main character, you'll have the antagonist, you'll have large parts of it all fit together very nicely. And then the rest could be vague, and you'll come up with an answer once somebody asks you, like, what is the deal with this? That's just like how a lot of these things work.
At the end of the day, it has like no impact at all on anything else about the story, whether Shadow Man is an alien. I would
guess that it was just retroactive.
Because
you can only go off of what
funny.
They put in the game, and unless you have like access to like some information or like notes or developer like sketches that show Shadow Man being an alien, you will have no proof either way to prove what they were trying to do with him. So you can only go off of what is in the game at the time.
Okay, this pamphlet. I'm leaning more towards canon actually, because this pamphlet is from 1994, which was that was 4 years after Mega Man 3 came out. So the clues about that might have been dropped in any number of other games. So I think I do get the impression that the team probably had a lot of thoughts and like ideas and sort of lore about the characters and the robot masters and stuff that didn't make it into the games just because the games are small. NES cartridges have very limited data, etc., etc., etc. I would believe that they had an idea like this about him. Like, it's not crazy that they might have. I just I guess I would default to assuming that this is their intention, unless I had some good reason to think that it wasn't. And I mean, I guess the fact that it's like mentioned nowhere, anywhere at all until like years later would be kind of a clue that maybe no, they didn't do this until later. But then it's like a question of how many years. And
his design, does he look similar to other robots that come from space?
Well, the thing about that is that most of the other robots that came from space don't look any different from any other robots. So, not really, no.
Well, I could imagine that they have this idea. They had this, at the time, idea that some robots come from space. Not all robots are made by Dr. Light or Dr. Wily or whatever.
Yeah.
Some robots come out of space. Like, they have that idea, the vague sense of there being more robots out there, and then not having the time to really flesh that out in the game, but knowing that some of them could be, and then they decide later Shadow Man was one of them.
since 3 takes place on other planets, again, like, yeah, it wouldn't be that crazy for one guy to be like, oh, well, this guy is from like an ancient civilization on another planet. It's just that there's literally nothing about Shadow Man that seems like to indicate that or hint at it or tie in with that like at all. He's a ninja.
Maybe they mean ancient civilization as an allegory for ancient Japan. It's like an ancient Japan planet.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
maybe.
Well, you know.
I mean,
ancient civilization, another planet. Maybe our Earth is where like real Japan is.
No,
Mega
Man takes place on Earth. It takes place on Earth in the city of Monsteropolis. That's not true. That's what it says in the guidebook for Game 1, but only in English.
Is Shadow Man explained in like a pamphlet in a how to play booklet?
The booklet, it does not like have like a character bio on him. It just like lists him as one of the bosses. I mean, the Japanese one might have more in it, but probably not.
It's just the same text, but has the word alien at the end.
Oh, wait a minute. It might be in... No, those lore books came out like years and years later. It wouldn't be in one of those like books.
Nah. You would need proof at the time during development to answer this question. You would need like the developer notes.
There's a
little sketches.
There is a. That's funny. Something that I found that this is maybe like the biggest piece of Mega Man's that I found this and I was fascinated by it. And then the more I thought about it, the more doubt was cast upon me. At first I found this and I was like, oh my god, it's so clarifying. Like this explains everything. And that explains less and less. There's a note, like a piece of paper that some guy found at a like Rockman like 20th anniversary, like not like a convention, some kind of convention or like party or something, and a bunch of developers were there, and they had and apparently just some Japanese guy on Twitter posted that like at some guy's like table, some developer's table, he found a piece of paper that had like a little flow chart written on it in like ballpoint pen, and it sort of sketched out the relationships between like Dr. Light, Dr. Wily, Mega Man, X, Proto Man, Zero, the Maverick Virus, Sigma, Dr. Kane, etc., etc. And it's all there, and it's like, okay, makes sense. And I think it is generally, the wiki seems to just take it at face value that like, oh yeah, well the developer had this, so like, and this is and so that means that like they must have been working off of this document. Like this must have been an early design document for when they're making it. But like it's not true. It does not have to be that. What if he wrote that like at any point in the future? You know, this is not necessarily proof that like, oh, they had all of this design from the beginning. This could have been something that he sketched up like, 15 years later, maybe just to like remind himself how it all worked, or just maybe to illustrate it to someone who didn't know and he wanted to show them or something, right? Like it's really not strong proof of anything other than that it's
could have been
what
planted.
He thinks now. Clearly it's what he considers to be canon as of whenever he wrote it, but we don't know when he wrote it. So it doesn't prove that like this was the plan all along, right?
No.
Okay, because the games are just so vague in so many regards that it's sometimes be like, but did they mean it to be like that, or are they just bullshitting me? I don't know. I've probably been thinking like way too much about this.
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it's fun to think about things a lot, so it's not a problem.
You think about things?
I do. I do think about things. I like thinking about things.
Cool. We should like think about things together sometime.
Yeah.
I have to pee. I'll be back in a second.
Oh yeah, well I have to pee. I'll be back in a second.
Fuck. Oh.
A few moments later.
Mega Man.
Shadow Man.
Shadow Man.
Shadow Man. Shadow Man. I've said enough about that guy. Damn, we've been going for an hour. Babbling about Shadow Man for an hour. Oops.
Yep.
I guess
We're shadows of our former selves.
Well, shit. What else? I mean, what else have I got going on this week? Oh, I'm trying to like get a contract signed for my new place. I saw a bunch of houses. I don't want to house hunt anymore. I'm just trying to get like the one that was the most palatable. I'm just trying to like contact that guy and just be like, please just sign me up. Please just sign me up for September. And
get me some residence, please.
He told me he was gonna send me a contract to sign, but I haven't got it yet, so I don't know, I'm still waiting on that. I hate it. I hate moving. I hate house hunting. I hate moving. I hate talking to my landlord. I know that before I move out, there's going to be some bullshit. There's going to be some fucking bullshit confrontation. My stupid landlord. That's coming. I can feel it. I won't escape.
You're going to have to fight?
Probably, yeah. Probably I'll have to argue about something. Probably she will try to
spear them.
She will try to pull some nonsense and try to get me to like pay extra fees or give her like more money for something. Tell me that I like broke my contract somehow and now I owe her something. Some crap like that.
Just remember the golden rule. You don't have to do anything.
I don't have to do anything. And if I do have to do something,
you just walk out. You just leave.
The only way
what are they
going to
do? Kick you out?
The only way she can compel me to do anything is by taking me to court, which will not be worth the effort. So I think I can probably get away with a lot if I'm just really stubborn about it. And,
dude, back in the day, house hunting was so much easier. You would get around with your guys. You would bang your pots and pans together, get your clubs and spears, and you would hunt that house. You would throw a spear right in the window. And you would catch it and you would roast it over the open fire and you would eat it.
Those were the days. Delicious. That's funny. That was a funny turn of phrase.
Just thought about like there's a lot of like what it is kind of like a hunt. You have to be the first one to get your prey, otherwise someone else will eat.
Yeah, pretty much.
And you'll starve to death on the streets.
This place that I'm moving to is going to be like slightly more expensive than my current place, but not by a lot. It'll be like $50 a month more. So like, whatever. It's fine. The location is a little worse. It's a little bit further away from everything, but it's not that much further. So like, it's fine. It's just like a 15-minute walk anywhere instead of a 10-minute walk. Who cares?
You should buy a scooter and scoot around.
I was thinking about buying a Vespa. Maybe I should just buy
What's a Vespa?
You know, like in Fooly Cooly.
Oh, the little yeah.
I have considered buying a Vespa. Maybe I should just buy a Vespa. That'd be funny. Parking parking.
Does that have like a license required, like a motorbike? Is it classed as that? Or
I don't know.
Is it not technically a motorbike and it's sort of different?
You would probably need a separate license than a driver's license to drive one. It might be operatable with a motorcycle license, maybe. I don't know. Curious. I should look into that. I don't know. I was thinking maybe I should get back on Tinder. Haven't done that in a while. Yeah.
Now you can roll up on your Vespa.
This is unrelated to the Vespa, but sure, yeah, also that. Found Tinder really annoying. The last time I used it was like must be like over 2 years ago. I found it really annoying. My results were dismal. I got really frustrated with it.
Yep.
It just pissed me off. So I gave up on it. But I never canceled my subscription. I've been paying for it for like once a year. Even though it's free. I got like gold or whatever. I don't know. Whatever.
It does, like all dating apps, thrive on people not getting together.
Yeah.
The longer you're on the app, the more money you're spending.
True.
It
Though.
always rubs me the wrong way. Using those sorts of things. Kind of feel real.
Kind of like gyms, which they operate on selling you a gym subscription and then hope that you don't use it. Lamau.
Yeah.
But anyway,
and they make sure you don't come to the gym by putting spiders all over the equipment,
mm-hmm.
and then you don't want to touch them.
They love that. They love their spiders over at Workout World. I still have a small little blip on my credit history from when I canceled my card rather than continue to pay Workout World their fee for the rest of the year that I had signed up for. Fuck them.
Fuck 'em.
I'm done. I'm done. I got nothing. I got nothing else. I'm empty.
I'm feeling a little lightheaded.
Do you want to do voicemails?
No. There's gotta be something I can say. Oh, Boris Johnson. He's resigning.
Right. Oh, fucking, the Shinzo Abe is dead.
That's not Boris Johnson.
No, but they're both prime ministers.
Oh, I guess so. Well, that's the news, everybody.
Did you see the gun that the guy shot Shinzo with?
Yeah, it's made of plywood and, like, gaffer tape.
Yeah, hit him with a contraption. Very, very good. Fucking,
like a slingshot.
Scout.
But with bullets
gun.
in it.
Yeah. Built out of, like 3D printed, whatever, stuff.
See, America, you have no excuse.
It is so sad that Japan has had 2 gun-related deaths this year, and one of them was the prime minister. Well, the former prime minister. And we have fucking 200 every fucking day. And it's never a politician. It's always just children at school.
Children at school, and, I don't know, random people in parades.
Yeah. I mean,
never the important people who do bad.
It's embarrassing
by existing.
It sucks so much. It's so sad. Think if we were killing 200 politicians a day, things would actually get done. That's all I'm saying. We need to direct those bullets in the proper direction.
You gotta get a bullet mirror.
I
reflect them.
Oh, I retweeted on the Endless War account a post showing, the guy pulling out his, like, weird, giant, like, homebrew gun. And the caption was, the stranger there among them had a big iron on his hip. And he did! It's his big iron! It's great. Did anything else interesting happen? No. No.
I mean, interesting things are always happening, but we're used to them, so they're not interesting. Like, the Ukrainian war is still happening, but nobody's talking about it.
Oh, right, yeah, I'm over that.
I occasionally check the news to see what has been happening, and it's like, Ukrainians being pushed back a little bit more. Oh, dang, it looks like Russia's gonna get the Luhansk or Donetsk region, or whatever it's called.
Oh, dang.
and that's sad.
Hmm.
But they're still fighting, so
Oh.
that it's just sort of like the same.
Well, yeah.
Same
What
as
can I?
before. There is
what
no
can I-
news about it
can I
necessarily.
say about
they
it?
have been bombing. There was like a talk in Kiev, and they bombed somewhat. No, wait, it wasn't in Kiev. I don't know. They're just doing bombing.
They's doing bombing. Did I? I mean, yeah. I know that it's still going on, but it's so like. I have nothing to say about the war in Ukraine.
Yeah.
But did I mention last week that Indie Apocalypse thing came out? That thing that featured my game in it?
I don't know if you mentioned it on the show, but
I
I did
should
see it on
have.
Twitter.
Yeah, that guy Pizza Pranks. This month's issue of Indie Apocalypse is out on itch. You can buy it, and it's it features a little write up of my game, and that's pretty cool. This guy gives he gives basically all the money that he makes selling his zine to the people that contribute games to it. So it seems pretty cool. I was gonna be on like I had signed up to be on like a I guess not I don't know if it's a live show, but sort of like a discussion show. I was gonna have like a little segment, just like a little brief like creator interview segment on like a little show, but I like didn't see the email in time for when it was happening, so I missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well.
Is it discussing the game?
Yeah, I think he
With
was.
everything?
I think they were gonna like ask me stuff about the game or something. I don't know. So, oh well, maybe next. Maybe I'll be on the next one or something. I don't know. But seems like a really cool guy, and I just think it's really neat. Like he's selling his zine, but like he's not making any money off of it.
Well, he should be. He's doing all that work, organizing things.
He's just doing it for the love of the games. I think
The gamers.
yeah. He's very pure. He's pure of heart.
He won't last 1 second in this industry.
Well, I mean, he's been doing this for years.
He'll die by the end of the day.
I'll make sure of it. Oh, I bet he's weak. I bet we can undercut his market. Yeah, we can buy him out.
Revs up chainsaw.
If he's not gouging, then we will.
Download the zine and sell it at a markup. And then bully him off the site.
We'll download his digital zine and we'll mint it on the blockchain and we'll sell it as NFTs. And then we'll print it on paper and we'll sell physical copies in real life.
I think I saw like an article talking about like, what if you could have a physical version of your cryptocurrency? They're like making like little coins or little paper.
That's what Slimecoin is. It's the first.
Yeah.
It's the first cryptocurrency that's in non-fungible
It's entirely
physical
physical.
token. Yes, that's what it is.
There's like a little. I think it was on some Twitter that like crypto bros taking L's.
Yeah,
and it was just like Bitcoin, but like paper version. Look at this. We've got like this thing on it. There's coins. It's like, oh wow, interesting. Stupid.
Very fascinating.
You have this piece of paper, and then the value of it fluctuates. Like by the time you're handing it over to the cashier, they said, "Oh, this is not enough. Actually,
this is
not enough to pay for the thing you were just about to buy."
No, it's because the price just fluctuated.
Yeah.
This is like
You just stand there for a few hours, like it'll go back up. I'll just wait.
It's this is like the mindset of people that reinvent vending machines and call them bodega boxes.
I've heard of bodega boxes. Are they? What are they? Are they
they're just vending machines. They're just like bespoke vending machines that are like horizontal.
Like you lifted them up like a treasure chest?
Someone just invented a vending machine, but like shaped it differently and thought it was a new invention. What was that?
Lol.
You ever see that thing, Juicero?
Juicero, yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
The guy who sold packets. The thing that Casey Neistat really liked.
Oh,
Lamau,
God, really?
he had one in his office for a while. It's just like,
Wow.
oh, I love this thing.
What a fucking
Juice
moron.
is great. I know.
Wasn't the thing with Juicero that, like, it's literally just a machine that you, like, put a pack of juice in, and the machine just, like, opens
Squeezes
the
the
pack
juice
and, like,
out.
squeezes the juice out of the pack of juice that you bought?
Yeah, if you puncture it, you can squeeze it out yourself.
Or you could buy our proprietary machine that will puncture and squeeze a juice box for you.
It's just so
Complete
stupid.
insanity. Casey Neistat, really, wow.
I mean, he doesn't look too hard into things. It's like, oh, cool, new tech, and I love juice.
I love
I always
these-
get a juice from the local juice place.
I haven't thought about Casey Neistat in a while.
Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. I think he may just still be doing
Blogs.
Casey Neistat vlogs.
Yeah, sure.
He's a celebrity, so it's not
why
like
would he ever
needs-
have to do anything else?
Yeah.
Good for him. He's juicing. He's blogging and juicing.
Juicing and blogging.
Yeah, I mean, I only heard of Juicero after it was already a meme. I didn't know about it when it was a real
Yeah.
thing.
I didn't hear about it as like a cool thing, but I only saw it in that Casey Neistat thing. It's like, dang, he's so rich, he's got a juicer. I didn't know that it was a stupid idea. I just thought, oh, I guess he's a rich
Damn.
guy. He has rich people things.
Damn, I wish I could afford juice.
I just assumed it was like better than normal juice.
Nah, man, Juicero juice is like this ain't your daddy's juice.
Like, I guess the idea is, oh, freshly squeezed. Like you squeeze it and then drink it immediately.
Yeah, but
it's already
it's
a
in
juice. It's just in there.
They just reinvented a juice box that you can't open.
It's a fucking Capri Sun.
Yeah. A Capri Sun that you need a contraption to get at. Oh my god. You gotta hit him with the contraption. With the thingamawatsu.
How many times have you done put the straw through both sides of the Capri Sun when you're trying to drink?
I mean, I probably did it at least once as a kid.
I've done it a lot of times, and it's very, like, I have to be very sure that the two sides are not touching when I start piercing the thing.
I can't even remember the last time I had a Capri Sun.
Well, I guess it hasn't been, it's been a while for me as well.
Maybe I had one. Probably been
I
at
had
least
one,
10 years since I've had a Capri Sun.
It hasn't been that many for me. The last time I had one, I was struck by how small it is and how thin the straw is. And I'm like,
it's very
dang,
small. It's child size.
I guess, yeah, it is very child size, and child would not have so much of a problem.
There's just not that much juice in there, actually. That's like, I feel that way about cereal boxes. Like, I'll buy a box of cereal. Like a normal size box of cereal is like so small. It's like a couple of bowls. For me.
Yeah, the bowls keep getting bigger.
Bowls keep getting bigger. I stay the same age. I don't know what that means.
That's the opposite.
I keep getting older. Bowls stay the same size.
Bowls keep getting bigger, but I stay the same age. Means that during 1 year, the bowls just increased. They're just new bowls, and they were bigger than the previous bowls.
I'm just getting hungry. I'm just getting hungry all the time, so I'm pouring myself bigger and bigger bowls of honeycomb. The honeycomb is already big, but the bowl also has to be big as well to accommodate how many honeycomb I want to have in one sitting. It's a lot. It's a lot. Oh my god, I had a genius idea. I am a genius. This is unrelated to the current topic of conversation. Do you want to know my...
Wait, I've got before
God.
we move over, here's a fun hypothetical.
All right.
Would you rather eat a cereal that is very tiny, and there's like millions of them, and you have a giant spoon that is like the size of a bowl in and of itself to eat from? Or would you like cereal that's large and bulbous, like pieces, but a tiny teaspoon that can't like lift even one of them without it falling off? Which one?
I'm thinking in either scenario, you just eat it with your fucking hands.
Yeah.
I guess the big bowl spoon with the small pieces, because you can kind of just like drink it like a soup, I think.
Small pieces?
You said like the cereal is made of like tiny little bits, right?
Yeah, tiny little, like almost like sand.
Yeah, well, I think in that case, you could just kind of drink it out of the big bowl spoon like a soup.
Yeah, I guess.
Versus, like, the tiny spoon with, like, a cereal is big. It's like, that's just tedious.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I gotta go with that one. No
right.
question. Final
Comments down below? Tell us what you think.
Big spoon, little cereal? Big cereal, little spoon. Only choose one. My genius idea.
Okay. What were you
My
saying?
genius idea, as I mentioned, I have gotten back to progressing on the Slime and Punishment book. It's getting there. For the Vapors 2 Kickstarter, the stretch goal was the pin. Well, there were a few, but there was the pins, and then there was just money. Just everybody gets $1 back.
I still have my dollar somewhere.
You still have the Class War $1?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's in my wallet.
Hell yeah. I might do something like that again, but I was thinking, instead of the pin, what if I put a Podrin in? What if I gave everyone a Podrin? I could put a green crystal. I could get a green crystal.
Like a little 3D printed plastic green thing?
No, I was thinking like an actual, crystal stone.
Or like a real stone
Yeah.
crystal. Oh yeah, okay.
Like some fluorite. Green fluorite is nice. Adventurine. I'd have to look into what looks good. But yeah, you can just buy some. Just give everyone a little potent little crystal.
That would be cute.
I think that would be pretty cute. And then I had a second idea. Wait a minute. What if I gave everyone slime? What if I could give you some slime? What if I could make you a little bottle of like candy, a little bottle of like little green like candy slime, make it pear flavor or something.
Holy shit, that's a lot of intricate work. So you'd have a tiny little plastic or glass bottle with like a cork stopper.
Well, I think it would be
with little
screw on top. A screw on top.
Well, I'm just thinking about the size of the thing and like how many screw on tops are that big?
Well, here's the thing.
Or that small, I mean.
Well, I buy flavorings in little glass bottles with screw on tops. So, okay. I mean, I would just have to buy in bulk. Maybe a few hundred little glass or plastic bottles with screw on tops, and I'm sure that that's a thing I could get.
And then filled with tiny little green, or not tiny, but like gummies of slime?
No, I think if it was I would just make like a sort of like viscous green candy goo. Just put it in there.
With a little label on the front that says corrosive. Or like danger slime.
Yeah, danger slime. Yeah, danger slime. Yeah, why not? I looked into it. The book is going to be big enough that like I will not be able to send it like an envelope. Like I saved on postage with the Vapors because it was thin enough that I could send it as an envelope as opposed to a package. This book will not be able to do that. So I might as well put it in a box. And if I'm putting it in a box, like I might as well make use of the space that affords me to throw a bunch of extra shit in there, like rocks and bottles of slime. Fuck it. So maybe make those. That'd be a cool stretch goal, I think.
Get real slime.
I
So
think that
what would
that
it be
wouldn't even
made
that hard.
of? Would it go off?
No. I would use it would be the same thing as a gummy, basically. It would be like a corn syrup, sugar, water, acid solution, with flavorings and colors, and potassium sorbate makes such things theoretically infinitely shelf stable. So, no.
I'm just
Lasts
wondering because,
forever.
like,
Lasts forever.
if it's meant as a food,
Yeah.
the customs might be there might be some
Ooh.
complications with all that.
International, maybe. I mean,
You could just say it's not a food when you write it down, but like, if people are to eat it, it should be able to survive transit.
Okay, here are some thoughts. One, I could probably make it with nothing. Nobody's allergic to like sugar, right? So,
well, if you have ingredients on the back,
yeah,
people can judge.
Yeah. So I might be able to make it something that is like, basically there's no possible way anyone could have any kind of a reaction to it. There's nothing in it is allergenic at all. I could just make it a non-edible. It wouldn't have to be edible slime. If I went with the slime idea. I did do a quick Google to see if you are allowed to send liquids in the mail, and you are, as long as they're in a watertight container. Although, yeah, internationally, it's hard to say if there would be complications with that. Probably it would be fine. I mean, Amazon must ship bottles of stuff in the mail to other countries.
It's just a matter of declaring what is in the box.
Yeah. And
it being true. And then when they open it to check if they're like, I'm not sure about this. What is this slime? This viscous edible liquid. They look at it.
Yeah.
And like if they'll determine just randomly, depends on who's looking, whether or not they're gonna seize the package or whether it's fine and they can go through.
Didn't have the only problems with customs that I had were like, because I declared that the value of the contents were what they were, it ended up being like expensive because I declared the value, which is a problem I can get around by just lying about how much it costs.
I think the idea of declaring the value is that you can get reimbursed if they lose your package.
Yeah.
But it's such a hassle to ask for that.
Yeah. Oh, man. So I finally got... I mentioned before, I have some packages that were returned to my P.O. box. Well, I finally got access to the Kickstarter backer report, and I cannot find these names. I have looked through my Twitter DMs, I have looked through my PayPal records.
Names of who?
These are the names of, I think it's 2 people that bought a Plebe and the Weeb Blu-ray and 2 people that bought a Road to RadCon. Or I thought that maybe they were like backers, like Kickstarter backers that I owed a Road to RadCon book to, or something like that. No, that wasn't. No, yeah, that was. Was that a Kickstarter? Yeah, that was a Kickstarter.
What, the Road to RadCon?
Yes, that was a Kickstarter.
That was a stretch goal. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was two Blu-rays and 2 of the Road to RadCon. So I thought I could find, because I have their names and I have their addresses, but they were returned to sender. So I thought these addresses must not be valid anymore. So I was going to go contact those people, but I couldn't find their contact info. And then I got access to the backer report, and I can't find them. I looked up their names in the backer report, and I can't find them. They still elude me. Yeah. So I'm no closer to figuring it out. It's a bit of a bummer. If I just can't find anything, then I will probably just put them in the mail and send them again to their original location and just hope that they make it this time, because that's the only thing I can think of.
I guess so. I mean, can you... You have, like, their name on the envelope, but you don't have what, like, username that corresponds to. Like, you don't know who you could ask on, like, Discord or Twitter.
I don't. No, I don't. I lost that. Yeah.
I mean, you could dox them. You could say, excuse me, is anybody called this name?
No. I looked through, because, like, you know, they had to give me their address on, either they had to DM me on Twitter, or they had to include it in their PayPal order. So I looked through all my Twitter DMs, and I looked through all my PayPal orders looking for these names or addresses, and I came up completely empty. And, like, I wonder if I'm forgetting somewhere, but I can't think of anywhere else that, like, I would have...
Gumroad?
No, nobody bought. Oh, wait, maybe... No, I think I checked the DMs on the PCP account, too. I think I checked the DMs... Did I? Maybe I should double check the DMs on the PCP account, because it's a separate account with separate DMs. I don't know, that might be worth double checking. I just want everyone to get the shit they bought.
Yeah.
And also, there are two people whose addresses three people. There's three people whose addresses I do have. I know where to send them. It's just that I don't want to make the trip to the post office until I have all of them and I can make one trip. So there are a couple that I could have sent, but I haven't sent because I'm waiting until I find the other addresses so I can go all at once. And it's been weeks and weeks. I can't fucking find these people.
Yeah.
So,
it's way too hot right now to just go outside. I need to send a Lord of Ghost or two. I will wait until winter. I will just wait for a really long time.
Yeah. I mean, I can pop things in the... I guess in theory I could just postage it myself and put it in a mailbox instead of going all the way. But I like to go to the post office because if it's international mail, I'm never confident that, like, I've postaged it right. I like to just give it to them and have them weigh it and have them tell me, okay, it's this much. Just pay me with a credit card. This gives me a lot more confidence that I didn't fuck it up. Have I been talking into the microphone? I feel like my voice is not being picked
No, you've
up.
been talking into a brick wall.
I think maybe I'm... been sitting further away from the mic, or not facing directly at it this week, so sorry, Eleazar. Maybe you gotta boost my levels. Or not, it's up to you.
You might have to boost my levels as well, because I think my microphone input is lower than I expected it to be, but I didn't want to change it halfway through.
Yeah, I don't want to move. I don't want to move mine halfway through either. So I won't. Yeah, but I was thinking about stretch goals again. Haha, slime. Haha, podrins.
That seems really fun.
I think that would be really fun because I'm already, because I know postage is going to be expensive. Sending these packages is going to be expensive. So I might as well just go crazy with it. If I'm going all in and sending, like, boxes, I might as well use that box space. So why not? Crystals and bottles and
God,
whatever
this is gonna be... I kind of want it, but, like, shit. How much money could that be to cost?
How
much am I gonna have to pay for the whole package?
I don't know how much the book is gonna cost. I'm hoping that I can sell the book for, like, less than like $35, $30, but I don't know because I haven't like finalized it and sent it to a printer yet.
That's a lot.
I
It's,
know.
it's full color. It's like a million pages.
Yeah, it's because it's going to be like 220 pages or something, and yeah,
Oh my
full
God.
color. Full color is really rough, man. It's like,
I guess that's why when people make comics, they have like an issue, and it's just a little bit, a little
Yeah.
bit, just a couple of pages, 1 page,
yeah.
and then when they sell manga volumes, it's
Mhm.
always in black and white.
Mm-hmm.
They never have a single bit of color on those because there's so many pages and so many volumes. They
Yeah.
make them real small.
It's just.
I think that's what I will do next time. If I make like a large thing, I'll try to make a manga volume of it.
What do you mean?
Like if I make a Clarissa, or
Mhm.
I don't want to do Beljape because Beljape is in color, but like anything that's done black and white, I want to make a manga
You mean
volume size of it. If it becomes long, like if I come up with
Oh.
like, Lord of Ghosts chapter Act 3, and then further adventures of Lord of Ghosts.
You mean you wouldn't print one? You mean you would print one that's bigger than the one you already printed?
No, I print it smaller. I like a manga volume size.
I mean, that's like a couple hundred pages, right?
No, like physical, like height and width.
Oh,
Yeah.
like page size
It would-
smaller. Oh, I
Page
see.
size smaller, but more pages. It
Yeah,
would be easier to send to people, and also it's cute.
yeah. I see. Yeah. No, I kind of want Slime and Punishment's going to be kind of a big book. Like the pages will be kind of big. It's in full color, so that's expensive. So it's gonna cost, and then it might be kind of heavy. So postage
Dang.
might be,
Bruh,
I don't know, postage. What was postage?
you're looking at a premium luxury good here.
Oh God, I mean, yeah, true. Let's see. USPS postage calculator. How much do you think how much does a book cost? Or weigh rather? How much is like a kind of thick book, like a Homestuck volume?
A Homestuck
pound?
volume. I don't know how much a pound is instinctively.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna weigh it.
But you know what? I don't know what a gram is instinctively either.
You know what? I don't know. Freaking anything. Okay.
Okay.
Right. I'm gonna weigh this copy of Secret in the Basement by Ula Lilia. Alright? I'll be right. I gotta go to the kitchen.
Okay,
Weigh
let
this
me
book.
Google Secret in the Basement. Secret in the Basement. I don't know how to spell it.
Ow. Okay, it was
Uli?
27 ounces, and a pound is 32 ounces, right?
I'm trying to find an image of the Secret of the
Yeah.
Basement as a physical thing because I can't imagine
The
the size of it.
It is fairly thick, but the pages are smaller, so I figure it would Actually, probably this is underestimating the weight because these are gonna, because it has regular white black text on white page interior pages, whereas Slime and Punishment will have color printed pages, so it'll probably be heavier.
What thickness? Do you know the thickness of the pages?
I don't
Because
have
if you've got a bunch of
number.
pages, changing the thickness by like a micrometer or whatever is
Oh God,
gonna do a lot to change the weight.
that's true. Yeah, but I mean I want them to be sturdy.
Yeah, I mean,
Hmm.
don't have like flimsy, but like as small as is reasonable, you should go for.
No, I do not want a flat rate box, you sick buck.
If you want, you can go to like a craft store and check out the paper they sell, and they might have like descriptions of what the thicknesses are.
Oh, I ordered a sample of some, not from Mixam, but from some other printing company. So I do have like a little box of like sample papers with like number, like paperweights on them.
That's good.
I'm just, okay. Send to the United Kingdom. The value of the item being mailed. All right, let's just pretend it costs nothing. Calculate based on size and shape. All right, we'll say it's a package. I'm gonna say let's say it's £3. I'm gonna overestimate.
Yeah, if you put like the podrin and all the other stuff in there.
Yeah. How much is this gonna cost? Oh my god. Oh no.
Is it like £400?
It's $42.
It's what?
$42
To send it?
to send a first-class international package that weighs 3 pounds to the UK.
That's just the postage.
That's
plus
just for the
cost
postage.
of the book and everything.
That's bad. That's really bad.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
you're gonna have less people saying yes, I can afford that.
I mean, yeah. That's something to think about.
Well, how approximately how heavy is the book gonna be? Because £3 may be too much of an overestimate.
It'll probably be between 2 and 3.
Okay. What does it say for 2? Is it basically the same?
Let's see. 2 pounds is $27. I mean,
That's a lot
it's
different.
better.
Actually, no, it's not that much different. It's almost 30. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, well, so let's see. 1 pound. I'm gonna bet it's gonna be like $16 or something. Wait, 1 pound is also $27?
Oh,
What?
then go heavier.
Well, let's see how much is 4 pounds then. 4 pounds is $57. So I guess there's a minimum.
I mean, yeah, it's a package, so it takes up physical space, whether or not it weighs too much.
20 is $27 just the total minimum thing that it costs to send any package to the UK?
From whatever service you're using, I guess so.
I'm just using the USPS. Yeah, even if it only weighs 10 ounces, it's still $27.
Dang, really? I was sending... Well, actually, no. I was sending
what
the
it says.
letters, the large letters, to America for like £8.
I mean,
Which is like
yeah,
$11.
letters on.
But
I was sending things as large envelopes, which is
yeah.
a lot less than this. Ugh.
But sending the packages with the Lord of Ghost plush in, and that was only like $12 to $15 on this thing I was using.
Ugh. Let me check. Let me see how much would it cost to send one to Chile. Wait, what? It didn't even ask me. Okay, calculate based on size and shape. Let's give us 3 pounds. 3 pound package to Chile. Again, $42. Is it same if I go for 2? $26 for 2 pounds. All right. Well, I mean that's troubling. That's troubling.
Maybe a stretch goal could be like no mailing fees.
I mean, that would be. Hold on. Let me check. last thing I want to check is how much does it cost to send like domestically? Like what's the difference?
It'd probably be quite a lot less.
I'm sure it will be.
More than half, I think.
I think something like 20 or 25% of people that bought my shit are like international. So like most of them were in the US. So from my zip code to any other fucking zip code. And let's see. Okay, let's say 3 pounds. 3-pound package inside the US. Okay. Damn. It's still $18 to send it inside the US. Okay. Now this is tricky. Media mail would only cost $4.80
for a package.
For a package. Okay, the rules of media mail are it has to be like media, like it has to be books or like, I mean, digital media is okay too. DVDs and CDs are okay. So I could do it for cheap if it was books. Technically, I would not be allowed to send it if it's got anything else in there. So the slime and the podrons would be... It would just be a question of can I get away with it? Which is questionable.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's a difference between $4.80 versus $17.90.
Yeah,
even domestically, that's infuriating.
I mean, you should definitely use that for anyone who just gets the book.
Oh yeah.
Could you not talk to them and ask them, like, it's technically part of, like, the book, like, thing. It's like you get the book and you get the little things that come with the book. Does it not count as, like, it's like a collector's edition of a thing? It's like, it's media.
I think...
It's part of the media.
I'm pretty sure that, like, by the letter of the rules, it's like, no, you're not supposed to have anything but books in there. On the other, I mean, you know, the Blu-rays, you know, they had a case, but like the case doesn't count against that rule. So it's I feel like if questioned, most officials would probably say, okay, crystals and bottles do not count. Do not meet the media mail criteria.
Well, is it cheaper then to send crystals and bottles by themselves and the book by itself?
Well, I don't know
separately?
because then the crystals and bottles, they would still have to go in a package, and the package still has, you know, these minimum weight requirements. So like it still would cost $27 just to send like a tiny little box. That sucks. That sucks so bad. How can that be? How can it cost $27 to send any package of any, even the smallest imaginable package, from the United States to the UK? That's fucked up.
It's the system. It got worse during COVID, for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe it's less expensive to just drive to people's houses and give it to them.
A cross-country tour. Like Santa Claus, going around the world, dropping it down people's chimneys.
Yeah. Drop it as slime drops.
Okay, I mean...
should do like a secret... You should do like a slime drop where like you take a picture of like a bunch of slime and punishments and in a secret place... And people out online have to figure out where they are and find the treasure.
Media mail and library mail are not sealed against postal inspection. Regardless of physical closure, the mailing of articles at media mail or library mail prices constitutes consent by the mailer to postal inspection of the contents. Mailable matter meeting one of the specific eligibility standards. Blah, 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 blah. Only these items may be mailed at the media mail prices. Books, including books issued to supplement other books of at least 8 printed pages, blah, blah, blah. Films, music. So, I mean, computer-readable media. Enclosures in books mailed as media mail. What about library mail? No. Okay, so, no.
I mean, you can read the label on the front of the slime bottle.
Yeah, you're right. Technically, the bottle is just a vessel for the label, which is readable material, as are the contents of the bottle. That's just a medium to propel the message of the label.
You can put like alphabet gummies in the slime, and it would be a readable slime.
Ooh. Now I like where your head's at. If I make enough letters that could fill at least 8 pages.
and you get like a tiny little chisel, and you chisel like words like Rosetta Stone into the podrin. So that's also readable material.
Like writing the entire Bible on a grain of rice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, now we're talking. I have to pee again somehow. I just gotta get out of here. I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Splash.
So, I watched a video this week. I watched the new Patricia Taxon video. You know her?
No.
She is a music person. She also does some film stuff. I don't know, whatever. She just made video essays sometimes. She does music. But she made one recently, and she did a big video about Marble Madness a while ago. That was really good, and I liked it. This one was about a bunch of stuff, but it talked about these 2 songs. They were like these horror parodies of like pop songs. One was what were they called? One was called The Boys Are Back in Town, parentheses, to kill you. And the other one was I don't remember. It was the parody of that one Kiss Me 'neath the American twilight, kiss me out on the moonlit floor. That one.
I don't know that one.
You don't know that one? Out on the moonlit floor, and the silver moon is sparkling, so kiss me. That's a good song. Anyway, but I have it stuck in my head. I had just the snippets that she played of this parody version, because it's not just the song with different lyrics. There's pitch shifted parts that like change the harmony up. She played a little bit of like the climax. The song climaxes. The whole thing is sort of like a Lovecraft like horror, like so a transformation is taking place, and then the final verse is like, she's become a demon or whatever. She's become a horror beyond comprehension. Sounded great. I didn't even listen to the song. Just heard like 4 little like 10-second snippets of it. But I just have those in my head. And so I was like, maybe I should go listen to the song. But no, I don't want to do that. I don't know why I don't want to do that. I just don't feel like it.
It's too much effort to sit down and click on something.
To sit down and click on something.
And then be expected to sit there while it happens?
Yeah. What if I don't enjoy it? What if I sit there and I feel stupid listening to a song that's not even that good? What if she oversold it?
What if I want to click away? But how rude it would be.
But that would be even more effort clicking away. And then where does it end? Snowballs. You understand.
The only winning move is not to click. Turn that computer off. But I have to turn it off.
I've already turned on my computer. I can't turn it off. I can't, like, leave. Can't stop reading. Now that I'm logged on, I can't stop posting once I've begun. I don't know. It was a good video. Just wanted to say I watched a video and it was good.
Dude, I've watched a video, but it was
Well,
bad.
Oh, nice. That's just as good in its own way. Even bad videos can be good videos.
No, they can't. That's
Oh.
why they're bad.
Oh yeah, you're right. That makes perfect sense. Ow. I got a pain in my side. I keep thinking, oh, is it a kidney stone? It hasn't been yet. And I hope it won't be.
It's a liver stone.
I don't know if those happen.
It's an intestine stone.
It's
It's a lung stone. God, imagine
God.
coughing up like granite, like
Did I-
gravel.
Oh, you mentioned... You mentioned that thing about the muscle in your neck, chin, feeling
Yeah.
engorged or whatever fucking crazy
Yeah.
shit you were saying.
Yeah, it's not like it's like a frog that's going,
Hmm.
like stretching it all out.
I feel sore in the muscles of the sides of the front of my neck. It's like a sore throat, but it's not the inside of my throat. I'm sore in the muscles that like are on the sides of my chin. Kind of the muscles that like, you know, when you look in the mirror and you like grimace really hard and like you make the cords, like the cord muscles like stand out on the sides of your neck, you know what I'm talking? Like those muscles are sore and I don't know why. They've been sore for like 3 days.
Are they? You mean like the smile muscles?
No,
You've been
no.
smiling too much.
Like, you know, you put your hand on the side of your neck and you like tense your muscles in your face up. You screw your face up and it's, you know, the cords in your neck.
Oh, the right of the sides. Yeah, the like artery part.
Yeah,
Almost.
yeah. But it's like the part just under my chin. It's just sore. It's sore like I overused it. I don't know what it is. I have a couple of theories. I think it might be that I was like chewing too hard. I might have made some like the gummies I made might have come out too chewy and I just tried to chew them and I made my jaw. I tired my jaw out and now my face muscles are sore in a way that they are not used to being.
I mean, it sounds like it is probably that.
But they've been sore for like 3 days. It's crazy. I don't know. It's weird. It's just
The
a
human
soreness.
skull is a strange guy.
It's a soreness that I've never had before. I've never strained these particular muscles in this way before.
Maybe you make it like an extremely strained, angry expression when scrolling through Twitter.
You know I do.
You
know
just
I
didn't notice.
do. That's as good a theory as any.
That's the seethe muscle. Is what that is.
Found it. I've been working it out.
Yeah, you can tell when somebody uses Twitter and they seethe all the time with their huge bulging whatever the muscle that is.
Ooh, they've got to put their
The
hands
sides
on
of their necks.
They got to put their hands in
Exclusively
your
the
neck and say,
sides.
"Ooh, have you been seething lately? Oh, wow." You can really tell. What's that song? Oh, no, what's that song called? Kiss Me Out on the Moonlit Floor. It's called
baby,
Kiss Me
Me.
by Sixpence None the Richer. Kiss Me by Sixpence None the Richer. There it is.
I'm gonna look at it.
I mean, that's the song. That's the song that seems ubiquitous.
Oh, I have heard this one.
Oh.
I was thinking for a second that it was like some American pop song that didn't come over to the UK, but I have heard this.
Maybe I just maybe I didn't hum it accurately enough, or I guess I just sang it. It's an earworm. It's an earworm.
It's a mere worm of a
A
man.
mere worm, a wretched insect, a hive of scum and villainy.
Well, are we done
Well-
for topics?
I guess we're done for topics, yeah.
Epic.
You want to do voicemails?
Let's do voicemail.
Okay. We're on it. First one is called GibBenSaint page 2. You seeing this shit? You seeing this shit?
Is it the imager link in the next thing? I'm
No.
seeing this shit.
No. I didn't. I'm in the one called GibBen.
Yeah, GibBen page 2.
I'm listening to it. 3, 2, 1.
It's only 1 second.
Is there? Come on, play. Is there anything in it?
It's 1 second.
What?
The second voicemail
Whatever.
is
stupid.
they said, "Oh, I forgot to link it in the last one at oops.com." So I think they meant to put a link to an image.
Fine. All right. I'll post it here in general, I guess. Yeah. Oh, I know who drew this. I think. Yeah. Vaping is not a crime unless you do it without me, GibBenSaint, internet cloud chaser, Twitter user, Christorian, vapor, comic book maker, and more.
GibBenSaint.
Ben.
Yoo-hoo, Ben.
Over here.
Over here, I finally arrived. Come and give me an American pat on the butt.
That's the only kind I know how to give. Ain't I a stinker? Laugh track. Applause. Woo, 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 woo. The crowd's whooping for sure. Hey, Eleazar, play a canned laugh track, please, and thank you. Okay, I hope he did.
I like these poses. This is exactly how it was like.
Oh, this is you coming to America. Oh, right,
Yeah.
right. I forgot that happened.
It's been so many years.
It has been.
Also, you forgot the thing you said in that page.
What did I say?
You said, "Give and take. Why would you yell that at me across an airport?"
Yeah. Give and take. Why would you yell that at me across an airport? Okay, yeah.
Ain't I a stinker?
It got covered up, so I fucked it up. And then, you will respect my authority. Oh, read it like Cartman from the South Park. You will respect my authority. Oh, that hurt my throat. On the inside this time.
Oh, wait. This is close up for clarity. Okay.
Wait, it's like the same scene from a different...
No, it's the same part of the page, but zoomed in. It's just at the end. It's a little hard to tell what is
there was
happening.
not... I don't think it really needed a close-up. Like, I got the picture the first time.
But yeah, this is great.
That's cute. I know who drew this. Thank you. Very, very good. Very nice. I like my head. I like my face. Is this a reference to that picture of me squatting next to the fire hydrant, pointing at the sticker that says vaping is not a crime? Because if so, that's a deep cut. Alright, next voicemail is called Ben, you are genuinely funny and entertaining to listen to, lol. Okay. Thanks. Appreciate it. Next one is called Joe Flambeau Prandon McJason. 3, 2, 1, go.
GibBenSaint, have you ever eaten a nectarine?
Yeah. Okay, next one.
They're not that weird.
They're not
kinda
that
normal.
weird. They're very similar to a peach, but not as fuzzy and maybe a little tangier. Yeah. Yeah, no, I've had them.
Oh, wait, I was thinking of tangerine.
Oh, no. God, no. God, no. So, have you ever had a nectarine?
I guess not.
Oh, well. Wow. How embarrassing for you. You
No.
really put your foot in your mouth on that one.
I guess I'm just not that fruity, Ben.
Ah! Turn it around on me. They're good. They're good. Next one is called For Ben, Your Daddy at utoronto.ca. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Up yours, woke moralists. We'll see who cancels who.
We will.
That was a fun Jordan Peterson moment. Did you watch the whole video of that?
I did not watch the whole video of it. I
There are
saw
some other parts that are
clips.
equally, if not more, funny than what he said there.
He's just what rules precisely? What rules did I violate? I saw that one.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's more to it.
It's just like he's going insane with rage, but like presenting because he got banned on Twitter, but he's presenting himself as like
put on a little
with a
monkey
suit
suit
and
and screech about
and
it.
a double camera like interview. It's just he's just raging. It's so insane.
Yeah, I honestly I didn't really get it, but like, I mean, I didn't really think it was funny. I just found it confusing. But then the more I saw people memeing on it, I found it funnier and funnier. Until the Metal Gear Rising Revengeance memes have been pretty good. I've been seeing those the last couple days.
Oh yeah.
Pretty good meme. Pretty good.
Up yours. Like who
up
says
yours,
that?
Woke moralists. I've heard people say that.
Yeah, but it's just such a tame thing to say.
Up yours. Yeah, but that's the kind of guy he is. It makes sense.
Can't believe you're defending Jordan Peterson.
I'm just saying that's what I would expect him to say. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel up yours is more of like a British thing. Like I've
Really?
heard that in my life.
I've heard it. I've heard it here. It's not that weird.
Up your ass.
I'll tell you where to. I'll tell you what you can do. Where you can stick that. Just stick that in your pipe and smoke it. You
stick that in where the sun don't shine.
Why don't you? You can. Why don't you? You.
Why don't
Twitter, you
open your anus for me, huh?
Yeah. Why won't you do that? Why? Why? Okay. All right. Next one is called Happy Birthday, Ben, you bastard. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. Next one's called Rejoice, Ben's birthday. 3, 2, 1, go.
I would say that GibBenSaint is kind of like the closest thing we have to Jesus these days.
Kind of became Irish at the end there.
Jesus?
I would agree. I would agree with that.
Yeah, let me get my crust.
I knew it would end this way. Next one is called Son of a Glitch. Oh, it's a Vokaroo. 3, 2, 1, go.
My favorite show on the internet, Son of a Glitch. Welcome to Son of a Glitch. Today we're going to be talking about
Mega Man
my
X
friend
for the
Brian.
DS. It's like the original Mega Man X, but on the DS, and there's some changes. For example, the UI has 1 extra pixel on the side. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, and it was. What's your point? Is he making fun of me?
Yes.
Oh, well, okay. Yeah, I thought so.
Mega
Next.
Maniac. That's what you are.
What do I have? I have played Mega Man's 1 through 8. I have played Mega Man's Wily's Revenge through V. I have played Mega Man X through X6. I have played I briefly played Mega Man Soccer. It was a nightmare. Not recently, but I at some point in the past played 0 through 04. So I guess I would count those. So I have lately I have played 8 plus 5 plus 6 is 19. I've played 19 Mega Man games.
Dang.
And I've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I've only got 13 left. 15 if I count Power Battle and Power Fighters. Which I do, so it's 15.
Are there is Mega Man 64 just by itself? Are there any other in that series?
Yeah, or Mega Man 64, aka Mega Man Legends on the PlayStation, aka Rockman Dash, aka Dig Outer's adventure story in Halcyon Days.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's 2 of them. I had forgotten about those. Lamau. I guess if I'm going for, if I wanted to say I played every Mega Man game, then I would have to play all the Battle Network and Star Force, I think.
Oh. Yeah, the DS things and the
You know what those are?
I don't know what they are, but I know I've seen screenshots of some sort of a DS Mega Man game that takes place in the internet or something.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's completely different. It's like a sort of a tactical like RPG turn-based like grid battle kind of thing. So it's completely different. And then that's Battle Network, and then Star Force it's a like post time jump version of that in space. They go to space.
Okay.
On the internet.
Oh, the space internet.
Hang on. Let me read you something. Let me read you something. This might Eleazar edit this part out because I gotta find it. It might take me like 30 seconds. Yeah, okay. Here we go. If you're curious about the protagonist of Mega Man Star Force, his name is Star Force Mega Man, and here's what the Mega Man wiki has to say about him. Star Force Mega Man, known as Shooting Star Rockman in Japan, is the EM wave change of the human Geostellar and the Aemian Omega G's.
Huh?
So I hope that explains. I hope that explains to you. In Mega Man, well, I'll continue. In Mega Man Star Force 3, he is registered under Project TC as number 003. His appearance is also changed after Geo obtained the Hunter VG, and Omega G's is converted into a wizard.
Oh, the wizard! Now I get it.
So now you know. I hope that clarified things for you. Good stuff. So I don't know what's going on with those. I guess they're neat. I like tactical RPGs fine, so could be fun. Oh right. We were listening to voicemails.
Yeah.
I gotta download that Vokaroo one. There we go. Next one is: will you remove the S in Crastinators if Gib leaves? I mean, yeah, I guess.
Well, no, you could change the meaning. It would be like the Procrastinators podcast, and you're the procrastinator.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't have to take the S out. I would just have to put an apostrophe before it.
Yeah.
Ah, that's using your noodle. Next, happy birthday, Ben. Happy birthday, Ben. YouTube.com. Guys, is it?
There's so many YouTubes on the next page.
YouTube. Okay, next one is Nate Worstman. 3, 2, 1, go.
I tell you, baby, there's one thing I don't like in this world.
Dinosaurs.
No, not dinosaurs. I don't like Nate Bestman. He kind of seems like an asshole now, you know?
Dinosaurs.
Yeah.
He said asshole in front of a baby.
Yeah, baby doesn't know.
I guess he wouldn't remember. It's fine. It's funny though.
Dang, the kid hates dinosaurs for some reason.
He saw Jurassic Park. It was too scary. The T-Rex was yelling.
Kids like dinosaurs. I liked dinosaurs when I was a kid. Kids these days don't even like dinosaurs.
Kids these days, they're so woke moralist.
They're so woke. Kids these days, they canceled dinosaurs. The woke moralists canceled dinosaurs. Now kids don't like them anymore. Nowadays, kids, instead of reading about dinosaurs, they go on Twitter and they make 14 tweet-long threads about how it's weird how Mordecai from Regular Show is like a creep to women and it's problematic. It's weird how he like isn't nice to his girlfriend, and we should cancel him. We shouldn't give him a platform.
I didn't look into this at all. I just saw people going like, "What the fuck" about it. But there was some
you're gonna-
controversy about somebody saying
God.
Anne Frank
Oh god.
had white privilege.
Yeah. So
It's just like, okay.
okay.
Well, whatever.
alright.
See ya.
I mean,
Just-
like, okay, whatever. Yeah, it's like, I mean, I guess.
it had no bearing on anything.
It's like,
It's just such a weird thing to say. Why would you say it?
what is, like, yeah, it just doesn't mean anything, because, like, in that, it's like, how is that even relevant to, like, that historical
Like
context?
it's like if somebody's talking about like the Jews under Nazi rule, and they're just talking about what happened to them, and then you come over and you're like, they did have white privilege though, so it's like what is that adding to any of this? What is that adding any? You don't need to say it.
part of
It's
me
got nothing to do with anything.
part of me wants to play devil's advocate and be like, okay, but like technically maybe they kind of did, because like maybe in some situations in Nazi Germany you would have been harassed for being visibly black, but you know,
Well,
you can't
yeah.
tell a Jew that easily. So in a certain sense, maybe. But then also like no, because I'm pretty sure that the Jews were like they were being specifically targeted.
Yeah.
So like probably it would have. I would think it was probably harder to be a Jew. I think it was probably harder to be a Jew in Nazi Germany than black. I don't know. I don't know if that's true, but it might be.
I mean, if we're gonna like go there, I think
Yeah.
that there's not a lot of documentaries made on the suffering of queer people and black people under Nazi rule, even though we know that there was discrimination.
I mean, I think there is.
We know so much more
They
about.
definitely killed,
but like
gay
that, I don't
people
think.
and trans people for sure.
Yeah. But like, the thing that happened to the Jews is so much
I
more
haven't-
like prominent and obvious. So
I
it's
haven't
not even a
heard-
white privilege thing.
I haven't
we
heard
know more about
anything
them.
about like did they Holocaust black people? Like I don't know. I would assume that they probably did to some extent.
They probably killed people, yeah.
Yeah, but did they like
The
concentration
Holocaust
camp
is
them?
yeah, the concentration camps are odd. I
I'm gonna
don't
say
really know what the
almost
idea was.
I'm gonna say almost definitely. I mean it. Like they must have. Surely they would have been.
I wasn't laughing
I mean,
at that.
I mean they they're doing a master race thing. Like of course they did. So I guess the argument is like, okay, well, theoretically, Anne Frank, because Jews kind of look mostly the same, you kind of can't tell them just by looking at them. So maybe she could have like pretended not to be one, and maybe it could have worked.
I
Like,
guess it
I
depends
guess.
on
Like theoretically, maybe for some people, sometimes.
I
don't know.
I don't know. It just seems like
just
an odd thing
just an asinine thing to even like say as though it like means anything.
Yeah.
As though it like says anything about people or society.
I think
It's
that there
like
may be an
jumbling
argument.
concepts together into like a nonsense goulash.
There may be an argument about like the victims of Nazi Germany, the ones we talk about mostly being white, because I don't know what happened to the black people in Germany. I know there were some.
I think there just probably weren't very many for them to kill.
But I
And
don't
so-
even know what happened. We never hear about it.
I mean,
Like that's a question to ask. Like, why do we not hear about it? Was it because they were
Sure.
black and the historians didn't care so much?
My-
Like that could have
my-
been a race thing, but it's
Yeah, it
like
could've-
weird to bring up with Anne Frank specifically, as if like you're
Right.
trying to take like Anne Frank is hogging the spotlight somehow.
Anne Frank's diary did not properly center indigenous
Yeah,
BIPOC voices. And it was very problematic.
You could make a more like reasoned argument to discuss this sort of thing without saying Anne Frank had white privilege.
Right.
But I guess I don't know, maybe think about it at least.
I think you could probably construct an argument for why it's maybe technically true under some readings. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, my gut feeling is that probably there were black people of color that got concentration camped, but there just weren't many of them around, and so it was not like a documented thing that there was like, maybe they probably didn't have like, they probably didn't have enough that they could have made their own like separate camp for them, that somebody could have made a document about it, like, oh, like the
it could have been
the African American, not American,
the African German,
the African German concentration camp that they was next door to Auschwitz, but you never hear about.
I guess
different.
The number of people, I have no idea of the demographics of the time, but like, they may have still been second-class citizens at the time, right? Is this the sort of time
I would
period?
imagine that since kind of the whole thing was like the Aryan supremacy, I gotta imagine that,
like, even before the Nazis took
non-white
control,
people were not yeah,
they wouldn't have had much of a say of anything. Well,
I would
whatever.
think so. I would think so. I don't know. I'm just guessing. I'm just thinking. Okay, you ever just think about stuff?
No.
Yeah, I don't want to. I want to stop. It's a problem. Next one. Hang on. Did I download that one? Yes, I did. Next one is, where is best guy ever? He's all around us.
Well, they said we're.
Oh.
So we are best guy ever. Thanks.
Was Munchie always a member?
No.
No. He joined
a little earlier than Monkey Jones.
Sometime a little bit before Radcon 1? Was he at Radcon 1?
He was not at Radcon 1, he was at Radcon 2.
He joined sometime in between Radcon 1 and 2, I think?
I have no idea if there was like any official like thing, because we all talked to him. I think it was just like the day that somebody, probably Trixie, decided to put him in the call, or in the server we were in.
Yeah, probably, yeah. That's how it goes. The next one is... These text questions are weird. Next one is, Ben's weekly reminder to not play Deltarune Chapter 1. Hey, guess what? I didn't do that this week, although I did do it at some point. So, sorry. Next one, new fan here. Who is this Nate guy you keep on mentioning? Never heard of him.
Yeah, he goes on about stuff.
Oh,
Check
yeah,
him
Nate
out
Saint.
on the best guy ever on YouTube. Check him out.
His name's Nate Saint. He works in a button factory. Next one is, who is best guy ever? He's on the featured channels, but I've... Are these sincere?
No. I feel like if there's multiple, it's
and
probably not.
Next one, and same with Rebel Pixels. Never seen him either, and I assume...
Like, they're cutting themselves off comedically. They're people. I mean, if you want to know, you can click on them.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, if you really wanted to know. I mean, do people know that Rebel Pixels is Tom? It's Tom's old channel?
I assume his channel links to other channels.
It's pretty much defunct.
It is, but if the about page still links to his Twitter, people would find him there.
You know, I should actually take Tom's links off, because like he said, he's not going to be on anytime soon. I kind of feel like I should take Nate's off, but like Nate got mad at me the last time I took his link off the linked channel, even though, I mean, it's not like he ever came back. So I don't know what that was about. I feel like it should take it down, but he got mad last time for what was no reason, as that I could tell. So I don't know what's due. I don't want to get yelled at.
Yeah, he's playing the long game. He's gonna come back, but after everyone's gone.
To a wasteland. Be king over the ashes.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
Just like Dark Souls 3.
Next one is Ben's weekly reminder, play Deltarune Chapter 2. Well, maybe this is the week, friend. Maybe this could be the week.
It's a very fun game, and I love my friends in the game.
It's probably good. Next one, just be, don't try to become. Saint Benjamin's Wisdom Corner. Just be, don't try to become. Why not?
I think they're saying don't just live in the present. Don't try to don't live in the future only.
I feel like you've gone overboard. I feel like this is overshooting the mark of trying to tell me to be content.
Just pee. Don't try to pee come.
Wow. Devastating. Okay. Next one is called All Women, All of Them. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hashtag all women. I have you on real Discord and I politely and you just leave me on red. Like, what the fuck?
Wait, what?
Someone left him on red. Sorry?
Wait, did I
That's why I quit using Twitter. That's why I quit using Twitter. Not Twitter, Tinder.
Tinder. How dare you? Wait, who did I leave on red?
No, I don't think he's talking about you.
No, because the thing is, like, Gib broke to my heart at bigcry.com.
Oh
no, who is this guy?
Maybe the next one is relevant.
Oh, maybe.
Called Gib You Can Do Better. 3, 2, 1, go.
So I'm listening to episode 317, and Gib, please, I like you, but please brush up on British politics. You say so many wrong things.
Okay.
Boris Johnson did have a no confidence vote. We do have terms in the UK. Boris Johnson didn't have a referendum against Theresa May. You say so many incorrect things about politics. Ben knows more than you about British politics. It's embarrassing.
All right.
Do some research.
No.
Before you speak about these things. Like I said, I like you, but you get these so wrong.
I want to push back against the idea that I know more. I was just guessing that I didn't know. I just assumed that the Prime Minister had terms because I just assumed they were the same as the President.
It's not 4 years. That's all I know. I'll admit I don't know. I don't like brush up on my British politics that much. But like I remember we were talking like you just wanted to know what the hell the deal was with Boris Johnson.
Yeah.
And I said
yeah, because I
explained the thing with the Partygate, which is true. And then from there a bunch of shit was said. So yeah, I guess I don't get everything right. I'm sorry. I will never speak of British politics again because I don't care about it. I don't like it. Everyone's so annoying and
so there have been prime ministers that have served like more than 10, 14, 18, 20 years.
Well,
I guess they were serving successive terms.
Successive terms, yeah. Like I think it's usually like 5 years. Although I shouldn't say that. Shouldn't say that in case this guy gets mad at me again for saying something wrong.
How often do you... Wait, do you elect the prime minister?
Well, there's a vote.
How often do you have a vote?
It's not that's the thing, it's not every 4 years. Sometimes it's not every 5 years. Maybe it is every 5 years. It's just sort of random, it feels like. When politicians making moves...
It's probably just random.
Like, politicians make moves and then an election is happening, and I'm like, ah, shit. What's happening? What's going on? You gotta elect someone.
Do they just like call a vote?
Yeah.
Sometimes
Sometimes just call a vote. I don't know why.
There must.
I'll agree with this person that I can do better, but British politics is extremely boring. And there's no people that I can look at to make it easy to digest. I have to actually read and stuff, and I don't like that.
I thought I could find the answer easily, but I have not figured it out yet from some preliminary Googling. So I guess it's more complicated than I thought. Yeah. All right. Well, we should all do better. We should all do better. Namaste. Gomen nasai. Next one is called therapy. More like take a little bit of these hands. 3, 2, 1, go.
Now tell me something. How can y'all act like you're anti-capitalist, how you don't like capitalism, but you don't take every single Epic Games free weekly game?
I do.
Like,
Do
I'm
you?
playing Batman right now, bro. I love beating mentally ill people. It's so good.
Every so often I'm like, let's see what the new game is on Epic Games, and I get it. And I never use it, because sometimes it's interesting, but most of the time it's just like, I mean, it's free, so it's not like I'm losing anything by not having it in my library.
You're losing your life.
Nah.
You're losing my respect.
Look, if the games are epic, okay? How can you say no to that? If a guy called Epic Games comes up to you and he says, "Here's a free game," are you gonna take it?
Mr. Games, sir? Mr. Games, sir? Is that you? Yes, child. It's me. Epic Games. Take Batman and beat the unwell. Yeah, I probably would, honestly. Yeah. Can't say no. All right. Capitalism? Good, actually. Because did I talk about... Oh, man. Did I talk about that one guy, that Irish economist that I watch on YouTube now? Patrick?
You may have.
Bateman?
Was it a card churning arc?
It's that guy. It's that guy, yeah. Did I mention the thing that he said that I thought was interesting? That's kind of like blitzkrieg economics, where like a company like spends tons and tons of money to like give people free shit just for the sake of establishing themselves as the market leader, so that then they can raise prices later and make money once like the demand has been created. That's kind of like, it's sort of like companies just spend tons of money to give people shit for free, is kind of just how that works out sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good tactic. That's how Amazon started. Well, not literally exactly like that, but they undersold themselves for a long time.
I mean, it's good when it works. It doesn't always work. I mean, sometimes the companies, I think most of the time, they just blow all their money trying to establish a market, and then it doesn't work. And then they basically just blew all their money giving people free shit.
I mean, potentially. However, Epic Games did create Fortnite, so I think they've got enough to go around.
I mean, yeah,
they had the money available to do this free games every month thing, or every week. I think it's every week. You just log in, you'd get a free game. My library is filled with things I will never click on. Just like on Steam, but I didn't spend any money.
Patrick Boyle, that's his name. You know what I just realized? I have not played Noida in weeks, and like, fucking finally. The game is a curse. The game's evil. It sucks also. It's bad and it's terrible.
I agree.
I don't miss it. I've had enough. Had enough of its bullshit. Where was I? The next one is an Imgur link.
It's an image of text that says, reading the responses to the Abe assassination, it seems that Japan must have been at war with whatever country trans flag is.
Yeah. You know, I'll be honest, I didn't really know anything about that guy. You know, I mean, I heard after he was assassinated, I heard everyone saying, yeah, he was like leader of like a right coalition. He's kind of he's a nationalist. And I was like, okay, well, cool, good.
Like a nationalist and we need to return to empire.
Yeah.
And I guess it was very anti-trans. I haven't looked into him that much.
I mean, I've
heard things
that fits
and
everything
things.
else that I know about him.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, but I didn't know he was a bad guy before because I'd heard the name. If you'd asked me who was Shinzo Abe, I might have just guessed was he the Prime Minister of Japan? Because like, I don't know, what else would he be?
And you already know all the Nintendo people.
Yeah, he's not a Nintendo guy, I'm pretty sure. But I just said was he like the composer for Dragon Quest or the Prime Minister of Japan? And I would have been right. That's how you win. You guess two. You guess two and then you double your chances. Anyway,
true.
I don't know. I guess he's dead. And trans people keep on winning, I guess. Next one is hi, Ben. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
You know, it has been exactly 201 days since I first requested Best Guy Ever to send me the instrumental.mp3 track to the Brad Garlinghouse instrumental.mp3 disc track for me to rap over, and I think that, that's kind of a dick move to not respond, baby, what do you think?
No.
Yeah, see, say Nate. Say Nate Bestman's a big faggot.
Oh, come on.
No.
Well, I guess he just doesn't want to be hashtag canceled, but I remember how things were in 2019, so I'm gonna keep saying that word, and nobody's gonna stop me. Give me money, please.
Okay.
It's funny, but please don't actually teach your babies those words.
Yeah, I remember.
Let them figure it out for themselves so that they can insult you.
I remember he asked me, as in Void Gazer asked me, about the instrumental track for Garlinghouse, and I said I didn't have it, and I think I asked Nate. I could ask him again. I guess next time I talk to him, I'll ask him again if he's got that track. Nate's not good about doing stuff sometimes, but I'll ask him again. Sorry about that. Next one is Hi Ben 2, 3, 2, 1, go.
Nate Bestman, you fucking Pollock, if you do not release the instrumental to the fucking Brad Garlinghouse lecture, I will release upon you the most spiteful diss track there has ever been.
Do it.
And
do it, pussy.
Neither you or your Asian wife will recover indefinitely from my sick burns, and you can count on that. So, release it now.
Well, now I don't want to ask him. Because I want him to do that.
Oh, was that the last one?
That was the last one, yeah.
Crazy.
It
sounded like halfway through that one that like the baby had tackled him to the ground.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. We just got another one. Or no, we got one 20 minutes ago.
Oh.
So there is another one, actually. Baby. All right. I think the last one is called Serious Question Time. 3, 2, 1, go.
You think milk is one of those inherently lewd-sounding words?
No.
Or has it become one?
Neither.
It's, I mean,
Freak.
a glass of milk doesn't immediately conjure in my mind sex, but like
No,
it doesn't seem out of
It
place
takes a minute.
in a lewd situation.
I would say that it's more not lewd.
Yeah, I
than
would
lewd.
say,
I mean,
like the word on its own.
I mean, it's not like milk actually like does anything in sex. It merely suggests.
I'm being fucked so much that milk is appearing.
No.
Oh
that's
my
wrong.
God! Like that's what happens, right?
In certain in certain illustrated genres, perhaps not in the real world of real pornography, where I live. Milk merely suggests breasts. It's like 2 steps away from sex.
Honestly, for me, it doesn't suggest breast.
It's not even adjacent.
Like when I think milk, I think of like getting something out of the fridge to pour in my cereal or to put in my tea or to like use in a cake. I don't really think of like where it came from, either udders or otherwise.
It's funny that you, the creator of the Big Boobies Mommy Milkers server, would feel that way.
I mean, I am the big boober. Doonkun was the mommy milker.
I see.
So it makes sense.
Not your domain.
So it's not my forte.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know. This guy's bringing his baggage into it. So
like milkers as like a word. Obviously, that's like slang. But I don't think of it as like the place where milk comes from. I think of it as in reference to big boobies. Milking or otherwise.
I think this, just because this guy was talking in this context, it got me making connections. No, you gotta work. You gotta work to get from milk to sex a little bit. And I hate work. So, thanks for the voicemail. That's it. We did it. We made it.
We did it.
Under 3 hours.
Oh no, that guy's gonna be pissed. Or that multiple people are gonna be pissed. It's not 4 hours long.
Oh, hey, you know what I did? I actually uploaded. There's a new bonus episode.
Oh, fuck.
There's another behind the scenes bonus episode. It's another hour and some of us talking about whatever when we're off the podcast. So if you're a patron, patreon.com/the Pro Crastinators, check the pinned master list for bonus episodes. I think it's number 59. It's the one at the top of the list. It's the newest one. Check it out. If you want to listen to some shit. You know?
Oh, listen to that shit.
Yeah, and that's all I have to say.
Yes. People, well, I say people, never paint. Ask me if I'm gonna do more streams with Elden Ring.
Yeah.
It's very hot, so I would be uncomfortable most of the time. But maybe during the night, which would be like 6 to 8, 9 p.m. EST, I could maybe do a stream here or there. I've mostly been doing nothing, but I want to get back into the doing stuff. I don't really talk about that, but like I've still got the commissions to do. I've still got Lord of Ghost things to send. A few of those.
How many commissions you got left?
There's 6.
Yeah. Is that more than last time?
I don't remember what I said last time. I don't even know if that's the right number, but it's not like 1. It's not 2. It's more.
Yeah.
And I'll do it.
All right. Excellent.
But yeah, at some point I might stream. I feel like streaming is off limits because I have other obligations, but I mean, if I'm not doing them, what's the harm? So maybe, who knows? I gotta do them. I will do them. Ben, I'll do it.
I know you'll do them.
I'll do it, Ben.
I know you'll.
Please don't hit me, Ben. I'll do it.
I know you'll do it because I would be so disappointed in you if you didn't. So I know you'll do it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Okay, I'll keep making my stupid book. I can't let it cost $40 to fucking ship.
It will just be like that.
It's unacceptable. It's unacceptable.
You can maybe get it somewhat cheaper, but it won't be like lower than $20-$30.
No, there must be some scheme. There must be some scheme I can pull off in order to reverse my fortunes.
You will have to look around. I don't know whether Transglobal Express works the other way around, but they have good prices for UK to America.
I'll Google it.
I think it is a UK-based shipping company, but, who knows?
There might be some service that compares rates of these things, and there might be a better price than USPS available somewhere. I don't know. I'll have to look into it. Or maybe, perhaps some sort of like fulfillment service wherein I just send one huge box of stuff and I send it in one big box to someone who then distributes it for me? Perhaps? That sounds like a thing that might exist.
I think, you know what? I think things like that do exist, but they are far bigger on scale. So, like, for the amount of people you would be sending to, it would be more expensive. You'd need to, like, hire out not lease, but, like, hire out warehouse space to hold it, and then, like, salaries of people to move it around and send it to all the individual people.
Oh.
They start as, like, kind of big things.
Yeah. Like, it would have to be, like, doing, like, at least, like, hundreds of units or something.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I'm not sure. Maybe something like that that you're looking for does exist.
Yeah, I'll look into it. It's. I can't let it cost that much. It's unacceptable. Anyway. Okay, I guess let's wrap up. Become a patron.
Become a patron, get bonus episodes every month or so.
59 bonus episodes. We haven't done one in a while.
Surely there's lots of like behind the scenes stuff.
There are 9 of them now, I think.
Like made or like ready to be made?
No, like made that you can listen to right now if you're a patron. I think it'll be a good bonus episode.
What?
I've been trying to get on Nate's case about the OVA. I'm trying to get him to hire someone to edit it together for him because I know he won't do it. Or he'll say he's going to do it and it's going to take him like a year. So I'm trying to get him to just pay someone to edit it for him. But when that's done, there's probably going to be a bunch of like behind the scenes footage. And that'd be good. That'd be a good bonus. Maybe we could do another like documentary like you did with Radcon 2.
Of the recording of the OVA, yeah.
Yeah. So I'll try and get something like that at some point. Yeah.
Also,
okay.
$5 or more, you get access to the Minecraft server, where you can you can mine and craft and catch Pokemon also.
Okay, this week I will set up my Wi-Fi extender. I promise I will do it.
How have you been living? I mean, your internet has seemed all right now in this call.
My internet is okay. Like it's not that bad. It's
when you stream.
It's just when. Yeah, or it's mainly just when I connect to the Minecraft server. Like it's specifically a problem with the Minecraft server. The streaming thing was not because I was accidentally using my phone data to stream, and that's why it was really bad that one time. Most of the time, it's okay. It was just connecting to the Minecraft server was impossible. So I'll try this week. I will set up my Wi-Fi extender, and I will try it again and see what happens. I've been saying that for 2 weeks, but this time I really need it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's the end of the episode.
That's it. Goodbye.
Bye.